of an empty promise. Flip cards in the weekend, harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grabbing the
What up, Nine?
Trapaholics Mixtapes.
As the 9% and word would say, make a better you, a better us.
fuck being rational. Give them what they ask for.
Who do you think you are? I'm the word. Boy, I'm the one who put in the work.
When I move, is it a quick rumble? I will never ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down walls like Jericho crumble.
What up, though? It's the word. You see the title, we're gonna talk about it. But before that, let me get into the chat. Mo, what up, though? Monique, what up, though? Sis, I hope everything is well. I say more power to the ancestors resting, chilling, watching us do what we do. Those make them proud. You feel me? But yeah, man, I ain't gonna be on too long. I think for a good time, but not a long time. I ain't really got nothing to talk about. It is an open panel, so feel free to hit the link and come chat with your boy for a minute. But while I'm up here by myself, I do want to speak on a couple things that I've seen today. Shout out to LA Project. Missing Mod, what it do with the business is. Appreciate you, sis. Appreciate you. I do want to talk about a couple things I seen. Just viewing YouTube. Shout out to LA Project. She had a conversation about like people being like biracial or interracial. She had a couple interesting people on the panel throughout the show. It was like a 6 hour live. I didn't get to watch all of it, but parts I seen was interesting. it was this a discussion from a black brother and a mulatto brother. I got to do my more research on. I thought I understood what mulatto was, but it's deeper than there's more to it than I guess the surface of it. But anyway, so I was listening to them talk and just that conversation in general, right? Uh, Let me add this too. I was talking to a friend of mine a couple days ago, and he listened in to a couple of the shows, and he was like, "What I do on here is what I do in real life." And I'm like, "What you? Why you say that?" He was like, "Because you will say something, and then you will create a condition for it to be shown." I'm like, "What you mean create a condition?" And I'm like, "I ain't creating no conditions." He was like, "Bro, you hit live and allow anybody to come up. That's creating a condition because a lot of times what you say will subconsciously resonate with someone and they come and try to want to prove you wrong or whatever." But anyway, but he was like, "That's a part of my ego." He was like, I like," and he was like, "You don't like telling people, you like showing people stuff." He said, "That's a part of your ego because a lot of people enjoy that I told you or um, I told you part," but he said, "I don't." He like for people to anticipate. I like people to anticipate me saying it and never say it because that's like more of an allure to me. And I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. He was like, "Bro, you've been like that since you was little." But it was interesting because the aspect that he said, I like, um, it was part of my ego. Mr. Gary Busted Down Brown, what it do? What the business is? Oh, definitely, Mo. Appreciate you, sis. Get some rest. Yeah, I ain't gonna be on too long. We got a big weekend. My wife's birthday Monday, but celebrations start tonight, right now after this. So, my wife, she already got the whole weekend planned. She living it up. Mom's coming to stay tonight. Sister-in-law coming to stay tonight. So we'll have a full house. So I probably won't be live the next couple days, but yeah, we're gonna have fun. I don't know. Maybe if my mom or sister-in-law want me to go live, I'll go live. What up, Nine? Commander, the Minister of Defense, the lady at it now. What to do with the business is. Appreciate you, sis. My brother, Mr. 33 himself, Mr. Gary Busted Down Brown, Busted Down Brown. Shout out to Gary because I probably wouldn't have went live unless you hit me up and asked me because I'm still getting some stuff going around the house. But anyway, back to what So he was saying it was part of my ego, and I wrestle with that, but I don't really think it's part of my ego. I just think um, I rather see it than say it. He said I rather for people to see things for themselves. 'Cause no matter what I say, until people accept it, you know, it just don't matter to them. Like we had that show the other last night. What's the point if people don't accept things? Then it's pointless. So, and I just found it's easier to allow people to see things than to convince someone or something. And the way you do that is you just make them aware of it. So that way, when they see it, they understand it. But anyway, back to the LA project. So out of that conversation, I just, I just seen what I always said. People find more reasons to separate than to come together, right? So now you're talking about black people and mulatto. Like, um, I don't know, man. It's just I hear more people trying to separate than to come together. And a lot of times, what people don't understand or recognize, the people you're trying to separate from, some of those be the only people willing to participate when it comes to building something or doing something together. You separate yourself. Like even like when we say we the nine, I intentionally try to separate myself. I don't want to be around people who don't have no desire to be better in life. It don't have to make more money or gain a status. Just be a better father, be a better mother, be a better sister. Just be better. In whatever aspect of life they desire to be better. But that in itself shows the willingness to do things to become better. So even if you just want to be a better cook, you know what I'm saying? That inspire you to be better in other aspects of life. It's a desire, you know. So for me, I separate myself from people who don't have that desire to be better, who just content. You know, it's people who literally think like, oh, you know, the way I am is the best version of me. And it might be. Some people I don't if you don't have that will or desire, you ain't gonna get better. So some people plateau, you know. And I'm not shaming nobody. I just don't fuck with people like that. I don't want to be around people like that. You know. Me personally, I just don't. So yeah, I try to separate myself from those people. I ain't saying nothing wrong with it, but all these outside characteristics, like you separate yourself from someone because of their color, what region or the world they come from, they might be the only people willing to help you or build with you. He probably 9 times out of 10, look, I understand. I'm big with culture. I'm big with, but you don't hear me using that to separate myself from nobody. You'll never hear me use. Like I even asked my wife today. I said, "How many black issues have I ever talked to you about?" And she was like, "None really, unless they come up or I asked about it." And I said, "You know why?" She said, "Why?" I said, "Because ain't none of your damn business." I was just being real. I talk to black people about black issues, and that's just how I was raised. Like I was raised around multicultures, and my grandmother always told me, "Your problems ain't their problems. The problems in this house ain't the same problems in the other house. So unless a person's willing to do something or help you with it, don't bother them with it." And as I got older, she started explaining that. She was like, "You'll waste more time trying to convince a white person that white people treated you bad than you would helping your brother or your sister or doing something against what's oppressing you with somebody who had the same plight." You know, that's like even when we talk about self development on here, right? Y'all don't see me going around YouTube preaching about nothing I do over here or used to do it. Like I don't do that. You know why? Because if it ain't form, it ain't form. You know, but it'd be people who come over here and be like, "Oh, this is XYZ. Well, why you over here? We should be in the area where you think it'd be more beneficial. You spending time telling me what I'm doing ain't worth it instead of using that time to pay attention to something that's more beneficial to you." That shit weird to me. The way most people think is weird to me. So people limit themselves to viewing the world as black or red. Oh my bad, I got pressure on my mouth. People limit themselves to view the world as black or white. And I ain't talking about color. I'm talking about right or wrong, and don't see the rainbow that the world actually has to offer. Yeah, some things are black and white, but everything ain't. The things that are supposed to be black and white, that's the color they are. But everything else, you don't have to view it in the same lenses. The human factor, or really the emotions, is what makes the world color coded. The level of emotions and the way we express them, that's what makes the world color coded. That's why you have such. I'm sorry, I'm eating, but that's why you have exceptions to rules. You know, because sometimes people live outside the box, and that has to be recognized. Especially when you're talking about like human behavior, human conditions, or even us as humans, how we supposed to live and what we supposed to do. Those exceptions live outside the box. Mr. Gary busted down, Brian. What to do with the business is?
It ain't none. I ain't been up here in a little bit, so I'm pulling up. So Go ahead. You was rocking.
I was saying just like people look at the world so black and white and they limit their own experiences by doing so. Like I'm jumping from one subject to another, but I was listening to LA Project and I didn't hear what the hell what's a mulatto? Let me ask you, what's a mulatto?
To me, a mulatto is a person that doesn't have the a person of, well, it was a person of African descent that doesn't have the pigmentation. They're not allowed to make pigmentation, or they start to lose their pigmentation. That's what I got out of it from a long time ago. That's what I thought it was. That they can't keep they can't get darker or whatever the case may be. I know it's like many different stories to it. Like, you know, the tribe of Japheth, they the tribe of Japheth. The tribe of Japheth moved up towards Caucasus Mountain, and they become, years and years and years later, they become what we know as the Europeans of today. So, like it's different stories, but I just thought that a mulatto was somebody that was blended. Now it's blended because you got white and black, but it's more of an it's a more of an albino thing than a mulatto thing to me.
A mulatto was a black and white person, like a mixed person, like black and white.
Yeah, but an
Mm.
albino is somebody. So what? So what's the difference between an albino and a mulatto? That they have that they have the white person perspective, or half of that genes, or whatever the case may be. Is that the difference?
Oh well, albino is just someone who lack pigmentation. They have a deficiency in melanin in their usually just in their skin pigment, but it can be in their hair and their eyes too. That's why some mulattoes have blue eyes and blonde hair, or have a light
So
colored
what is
hair.
a black person? So what is a black person
But
that's like that with blue eyes and
that's
all that?
no,
Are they
that's an
mulatto?
albino. No, that's an albino. Albino is a
But they're
person
brown
who
skin.
has a
I'm talking about the
melanin
brown skin though.
deficiency. Who?
No, I'm talking about they brown skin. Like they're brown complexion. Like you can tell that they're black, but they have blue eyes and blonde hair. Are
No,
they
they
still
just have
albino?
recessive genes, or they probably mix. They probably if they don't have. I know a black person, dark skinned black person with blue eyes and his hair is like reddish. It's like it's light brown. And
Right.
both of his, he got African descent. His parents ain't from Africa, but he got his great grandmother was like this. Her hair is red, but they believe they got Cherokee. Her hair is red and she got gray eyes, but he got blue eyes. He got baby blue eyes and red hair, and the boy darker than me.
Mm. That's what I'm
So
saying.
you
I don't.
you
I
just
don't.
have
I don't.
deficiencies and I mean genetic. It's just like you like even the darkest person have recessive genes that gets dormant. Sometimes those recessive genes become aggressive and the recessive become the dominant aspect of that gene. So the what I'm saying is that portion of the gene that's dominant is the recessive gene.
Mm, mm.
Mhm.
I don't know, man. Like you said, it's more of the division of a thing. Like I'm so like,
Yeah,
ugh,
yeah. I just
you know what
hear
I mean? It's like
atmosphere. What up, my
it's too
guy?
much atmosphere. My guy, what's happening? You just
Yeah,
get tired of the
yeah.
separation and the division and all of that. It's just like really annoying.
But they people find more new ways and more creative ways to do so. It's like I mean, people don't know how to be in groups, but maintain their individuality. I guess. Like somebody was saying that one day when I was talking about. benign. They was like, well, you can't have what did they say? No, it's not an independent, but we still individual. You know, we still ourselves, man. I'm Word, Gary, Commander. You know, we have different opinions. We don't think the same on everything, but when it comes to what we came together for or what we doing, yeah, we don't want to accord with that. It's like that's so
Yeah,
hard for people. I don't understand that. Like, why is that so
I don't
hard?
understand. I, I think nah. I just think. See this. I ain't want to talk about this, right? But I just think it's more this bullshit independent shit. This shit gets on my nerve. It's like I'm telling you, I've been revved up. Like I think people want to be right so bad, and they want their way to be right that it just paints a whole different. They don't see no other thing. They ain't trying to vision no other thing. They just want their way, their vision to be correct instead of saying, you know what, let's work together and get this thing done. And I'm like
Yeah.
really annoyed with that. I'm tired of hearing about that. And I think independents have a big ass role in that. I really do.
But that's what I was saying. Like, bro, people see the world in black and white. Like, but they can't see how. Like, even that dude who came up here, it's like how King Blackout didn't believe in reparation, and I did. So how can we get along? So that's just two different opinions about something. It's just two different opinions about something. There's a lot of things I don't agree with, but it's not agree. His opinion is not oppressing me. My opinion is not oppressing him. But we cool. We ain't arguing about it. He feel the way he feel. He say the way I feel the way I feel. I say the way we move forward. That ain't something that we man him trying to solve together. And if I was trying to solve it, I'm more intensive about things. If I'm trying to do something, I get with like-minded people to do it. I don't go talking to people who ain't about it, who ain't got no who ain't invested in the cause. Try to get the shit done with. That's why people don't do
Right.
shit. That's like, that shit asinine to me. It's certain things I wouldn't come to you about because that's not what your fight is. There's certain things I wouldn't go to commander about. Certain things, and there's certain things I come to y'all, and that's how it should be. You go to the fucking hospital when you don't need to. Nah,
But I don't know when I'm gonna have this conversation about it, you know what I mean? But I just think the fact that people just want to be so independent that if they come and ask somebody for help as far as giving them an idea or let's get put two and two together, they then all of a sudden feel like they're a burden. I'm like, how the hell could you be a burden if you are assisting yourself to get to a conclusion that you feel that you need to get to? You know what I mean? Like I'm messed up, but my pride and my ego is telling me I can't reach out the word because I'm gonna feel like a burden if I sit there and ask him, yo, how do you think I should get out of that whoopty whoopty whoop? Like, what the hell is wrong with these? I'm telling you, independence I don't think people really understand, like I said, how much that word has destroyed a whole entire damn community, culture, whatever you want to call it. That word has destroyed so many things in people. I don't think people really understand how much that this has an effect on people.
let me say it like this. So you've been following my chakras, my chakra episodes, right?
Right.
So you know how I state like each chakra is a spiritual aspect of you. It's like a party. It's
Right.
like an eternal, innate party. So now associate that ideology to these concepts that people claim they are. Like when you say I'm an independent person, that's an aspect of you that becomes a part of you. So when you become when you become independent minded, it's hard for you to be in group. and it shows. You can tell the people who are independent when they in group compared to the people who ain't, because they try to do everything on their own. They try to get shit done on their own, and when they don't get the level of participation they think they should get, then they get mad. But you ain't giving that shit out either because you independent. You
I
independent,
just
so you
want
ain't looking to help people around you. You looking to be helped by people around
I just want to ask the people this one question. Name something that is, damn, I asked this question. I've been asking this question all day. Name something that's independent that ain't dependent on something else.
you. Not everything.
So how
That's
the
how
hell
this
is it
goes.
independent? But that's what I'm
But see that.
saying. How could it be independent if you're dependent on something else? Like you are independent contractor, right? You are dependent of needing somebody to need work on their place in order for you to be the contractor. So how is that independent? Because you're not doing anything on your own because the world was made to be help. You need help within the world. This is why I keep telling you, people, you born alone, you may die alone. But in between that line of life, you're going to need somebody to work with you, or you're going to need the help in your life in order to go forward within said life. I don't care what it is. You may can have the idea on your own, right? That's your independent thought. Okay, cool. But you still have the process of depending on somebody to develop the situation with you, whether you like it or not.
Mm-hmm.
That's like you an independent
Mm-hmm.
banker. You still need somebody to put their money in your bank in order for you to be banking. So what are we talking
Mm-hmm.
about? But because they just have that mindset of independent, right? They feel like it's my way, no way, whatever. I'm telling y'all, there's nothing on this planet that is independent. You are dependent, even if you're independent, right? And once people understand that, hopefully they'll change their concept. They get one part of that definition. I can't remember what the part of the definition was, right? It's pretty much the idea of not needing or wanting anybody's assistance. I think they take that definition and just
Yeah.
make it the whole entire word of independence is like 7 or 8 different damn definitions. But we see that one that fits me. I'm gonna roll with it. But you still look crazy because you're gonna be dependent of having the situation develop with somebody else. You're never independent. But because that word is in existence, they just think it's about me, I, and that's why a lot of people are forced into the places that they're in because, excuse me, like a single mom, right? A single mom is forced into a situation because whatever reason, the dad ain't there, whatever the case may be, they're forced to be that. So then once they become that, they so embedded in it, they can't figure a way how to become dependent of somebody else, even if the good guy or whatever comes into and want to play stepdad. They can't play stepdad. Why? Because it's my kid. It's this. Everything is about and there's no I in team, right? There's no Mayan team. If we win, there's an I there. But they don't want to win because they want their concept to be their best concept. And that doesn't always develop into a winning aspect. Of course, well, that's how I feel.
Well, that's why long ago I tried to introduce a better term. That's what I do. I find concepts that's flawed and find a better ideology to suit the situation. Huh? Yeah, why you say that? I'm walking around talking. I'm doing a lot. I got the headphones now, so I can walk around. She's like, "You okay?" No, I was talking to myself. My wife know I'm saying. But that's why I tried to
He ain't
introduce
crazy
that
yet, Mrs.
that
Word.
concept. That's why I introduced the concept of self-efficient versus independence. Just a better ideology, because self-efficient means you can stand alone, but it allows you the adaptability to cooperate with others too. That mindset, yeah, I can get this done by myself, but I can also get it done with other people. Some people don't know how to work with people. Shit, most people don't even know how to talk to people no more. Let alone actually get something done. Imagine if you building a house and you have a disagreement I can't stop the production of the house. You know, y'all got to figure out a way to figure it out. You know, I talk about conflict resolution, all these things that people should have learned when they was kids. You see, they didn't because it shows in their actions as adults. You know, we can't. We a simple disagreement or turn into an argument. Like, why are we arguing about something we don't agree upon? Okay, you view it like that, and this is your reason. I view it like this. This is my reason. We can find a middle ground and move on. What's wrong with that? Oh, that's soft, or that's no, man. That's getting shit done, bro. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, it's just mind-boggling when you have to go through situations like that. Like, okay, if I need your help, I'm gonna call on you, but I feel different because I'm calling on you. Who cares if the goal? We so independent that we forget the goals, right? For example, everybody want to be rich, but they don't. They want to do it independently, and then when you're struggling, you get mad and then you quit. Why? Because you want to do it your way. It's not if the goal is the goal, you get a group of people around you that's like-minded, build it up together, and then you go ahead and do what you need to do. It you just leave it as an independent concept. It's your concept. Let everybody add to the concept, and then build it up together so where we could become a independent company of ourselves. You could be
Mm-hmm.
independent in a group. You understand what I'm saying? But you need like-minded people in order to become that independent group. But because they're so
Mm-hmm.
stuck on that single-minded term of independent, I, me, it's about I, me, and mine. They don't know how to work together. And that's the content, and that's the damn problem. Y'all worrying about everything around the world. You're worrying about if the sky is blue, why it ain't enough flowers on the ground, because it ain't raining. Now, how do we make it rain? Go get some water and pour it on the plant so it can develop into something different. But as long as you trying to do it, you don't know how to do it, then it's gonna fail. But that's that independent mindset because they so stuck on doing it their way. I gotta be right instead of it gotta be right. This is why we all over the place. That's why we got people over here talking about the same thing we could be talking about over here. But the fact they don't want to pull together and make something better than what it is, then that's the problem. So when we have people talking about when we talk about a better you is a better us, they look at us like we ain't down with that. Why not? If you trying to develop people into a different a state of mind. If you motivating somebody over there and we telling you to and we trying to encourage you to be a better person, why not work together? But because you want to do it your way independently, that's why the stagnation of this thing is slowly growing into what it needs to be.
I'll break
I
it.
don't know if
I'll
you
break it.
there you go.
Oh, it's just actually broke. I don't see the other feet. Nah, man, my wife had this box by the basement stairs. Yep, I break it. Oh, well, take it over. It'll be mad. It's fine.
Yeah,
Of
I
course,
don't know,
someone
man.
fits
Like I said,
fine.
I would just, like I said, I was going to probably talk about that today anyway. Well, not today. Well, it is that day of independence. But I'm like, what are they independent of? What is this country independent of? We like literally, if you really sit down and look at what happened, right? You went to war with with a country that you came from. You beat them, and you still was dependent on them. What the hell was you fighting for? That don't make sense. That's like
Lower
you fighting
taxes.
you.
Thank you for this.
So y'all fighting for
Taxation.
taxes, and they still
Oh,
tax you, but now you taxing us. It's still the same situation, no matter how you look at it. You see what I mean? That just shows you y'all had an independent, y'all had a war for your independence, and you're still dependent on the independent people that you try to get away from. Make that make sense. All because you ain't want to pay a damn teabag tax. That's ridiculous. But that's what I'm showing you. It's like, a lot of us don't even understand the things that we're celebrating is not even worth celebrating, right? You know what I mean? Like the Juneteenth. You celebrating the fact that you found out late. Who the hell? Why are we celebrating that we found out 2 years late that they was supposedly free? Who does that? Oh, I found out that. Could you imagine if?
Hmm.
Could you just imagine somebody going through that? Yo, I'm supposed to be 3 years old. I ain't 3 years old. Woohoo! Like, wait, who does that? I'm never celebrating something that I found out later. I'm be pissed off. Like, yo, that don't make sense. I should have known that way before then. But that's what I'm saying. They just throw something at us to celebrate. We just celebrate it. That's why I don't really like celebrating the holidays. I like spending time with the family because that quote unquote holiday allows you to spend time with the family. But other than that, I'm not celebrating. I'm celebrating the fact that I get to spend time with the family. That's what a holiday is to me. Thanksgiving, okay, I'm thankful that I get to sit here, eat turkey or whatever it is, eat a meal with you guys. We can sit down, shoot the breeze. We can talk about what happened over the past few months. I ain't seen you or whatever the case may be. And you may spend the night or whatever the case. I'm celebrating the fact that we're spending time within this family. That's how I celebrate these quote unquote holidays. Christmas, the same thing. Okay, guys, you get to spend time with us and if you buy your kids something, okay, great. But it's more about spending time together. But we just don't even know what we celebrate, why we're celebrating the things that we're celebrating, because we're told to do so by a quote unquote independent society, which is not even. You're dependent on us to be back. You're dependent on us to be slow so you can keep doing what you need to do in the background.
Yeah, I don't do all the celebration. We pay homage, we do commemoration. When we get together, I mean, people may look at it as a celebration, but we just get together and always show appreciation. So I mean, it's just how people identify us, classify us more than extent of why we coming together versus what we doing when we come together. In my opinion, you know. So yeah, but that's interesting. But yeah, did you? I was listening to LA Projects, and I was just like, I was listening to that. Somebody else I listened to earlier, for a minute, and I can't remember who it was. I was listening to Speak Easy. Him and Fatty was over there. That was funny. There was
Mm.
somebody else who had a good live. Can't remember now. I gotta look at my timeline. Can't remember off the top of my head. I was like, yeah, I want to give them they ups too. I just can't be getting in the chat, bro. I'll be trying, but my kids, my daughter is a animal. Bro. She's crazy. She figures everything. And, yeah, my daughter is a whole
Blessings,
different breed.
blessings,
Bro.
blessings, blessings, blessings. Shout out to Ritual Riders.
It's Rachel Pooh. Rachel Pooh is in the building.
Hey, Dee.
Dee Dee, Dee Dee, Dee Dee, Dee Dee. Oh shit, my dog ran up on me. Didn't even see. I almost swatted you, boy. You almost caught a 1-2. Bro, I almost fucked my dog up. Who was I talking to? Speak
Yo.
when I was telling them like I don't get nervous, bro. It's just my reaction to things is like I don't get nervous, but it's like I'd be ready to swing or pull something
Yeah,
out real quick. I'm more
that
reactive.
happens as you get older. Yeah, that happens as you get
No, that I
older.
always been
You
like
react.
that.
But you
I
would
always
know.
been
I'm
like
telling
that.
you, that thing picks up. No, it picks up. I'm telling you, it's like you might have been on alert, but you on super alert. Like, wait a minute, you get up to that certain age, 40 plus, like, man, I wish somebody would try me. Oh, I got I'm gonna sneak up on. Nah, you ain't gonna do that. You know what I mean? There ain't gonna
Telling
be no element of
you,
surprise on me because I'm looking at everything.
you can ask. I remember when I was 3 years old, bro. The way I met my stepdad, he jumped from up under the stairs. My mom told me I had a new dog. And I remember this story clear as day because he used to always talk shit about it. But he was like, "Yeah, you ain't one of them little scary kids." I jumped from under the stairs. He hit me with the hot dog, and then still gave me a two-piece. Like what? I always been a reactor, bro. I don't get scared. I don't get that nervous. Like, oh my god! Like even at haunted houses, it's like this one dude jumped at me when he touched me. I judo flipped him. Like, bro, you ain't supposed to touch me. He got judo flip, bro. Like, you
You
not
break it,
supposed to
bro.
touch me. Bro, I used to walk.
Ah,
They used to
you
be
break it,
mad as
bro.
hell. 'Cause I'd be like, look, this person about to jump out. They gonna jump out from over here. Like you can, like them haunted houses, man. I can walk in there and tell you where the people about to jump out at, and who fake and who not. They used to get mad as hell. Like, man, we here scared. Just go ahead, man. Go ahead. Don't even. Yeah, just go ahead. Just keep going. Keep going. Because I'm telling everybody, oh, they about to jump off from here. They about to come from over here. They like, man, just come on, just fucking me up, man. You get mad as hell.
That's just the way a lot of that goes, though, man. You sitting there, you've been around it, you make it so obvious to the trained eye that the untrained eye ain't gonna see it, but the trained eye gonna see a lot of the more different things and views and perspectives
It's shit
because
out
their
of
eyes
place. Shit
trained for
don't. Yeah, you see, like everything got patterns, but especially in hot houses, they got patterns. And once the pattern is disrupted, then you know there's something wrong or something there. You know,
it. The walls too deep, the ground is too hollow. I mean, too shallow. It's like it's just a different type of step that you take, and something's underneath my foot. All right, it might be a trap door, or whatever. Hey, that walls look too far away from me, and everything else look closer. So something gonna come out of that distant wall. All type of things. But when you're not willing to observe the scenery, you're not gonna know what's coming out to get you. But that's the untrained eye.
so that's crazy. That's why I used to like to go to haunted houses to put spit out and not be scared. Just to show like this shit ain't scary. Always be holding on to my shit. I'm like, bro, you all this shit fake. What is you even nervous for? All this shit in here fake. You walking into a place where you know it's fake. You already know that. So why is it scary when you know the shit fake? I don't know. It's just the whole concept. Like, I always, I don't know. Bro. It's like I'm gonna watch a movie that they advertising is scary and it's gonna be scary. You already told me. Now if I'm just watching some shit and shit start happening, I'd be like, oh shit, what's going on? But once you add, now I'm looking for the shit.
Yeah, you ain't supposed to see it coming, but when you see it coming, like, all right, whatever. Boo. Oh, wait, you scared me. Let it be something that you can't see. Then it's gonna alert you, scare you, or whatever. You're gonna jump up a little bit, like, oh, you're anxious, or but you're gonna deflect anyway. If you don't know it's coming, you're gonna react, rather not deflect. You're gonna react because you don't know it's coming. But even if you know it's coming, you're gonna grab it. But if you don't know it's coming, you're gonna swing. It's a difference. You see what I'm saying? So people don't understand the differences. You know what I mean? If you're anxious or you're nervous, you're gonna grab. If you're really nervous, you're gonna swing. It's like a spider sense. All right, something about to try to hit me. Let me punch this thing. Let me swing at this thing before it gets crazy. Or if it's something smaller than you, you grab it. Like, all right, let me hold this just in case you think you're gonna do something to me, or whatever the case may be. It's about your intuition. It's about your antennas, your spider senses. That's what they call it in comic book. You got to know what those things is, what they mean, and how it works for you, and then react to it. But everybody's not in tune with themselves like that, and that's what I'm saying. Everybody want to be so damn independent, but they don't know how to be in tune with themselves and to open up their minds to let it explore different aspects that's not their idea. So when you get to that level, you just like, all right, you're more defensive than offensive when you get to that independent mode. Because I gotta make sure my idea works, and I gotta make sure my plan works for me. If not, I feel like a failure, and all of a sudden, that people add to you. Stop taking away from the prospect of becoming a better person, but like I said, there's just so many people that wanted. There's more eyes on their teams than anywhere else. So it sucks to be them.
Yeah, bro, I don't know. I just I I be sound like an asshole a lot, but like even when I talk, bro, I'm a very self-sufficient person. Like I truly don't feel like I need people in most aspects of life. Like I'm fine alone, but I'm not naive, I'm not ignorant, unless there's but to it. So I don't exclude the idea of working with people because that's just nature. That's just natural. When you look out of nature, everything cooperates. You know, nothing is independent of itself. The only thing I can probably think of that I couldn't even argue is the sun. Is the only thing I see as independent from anything. I don't know if the sun needs anything. I just know that bitch exists, and
It need that gas. It need that gas to
but
flare
there's just I
all over
don't
to
does it get
aluminum.
but where is it getting it from? It's not getting it from itself. I think the
I
sun is
guess.
probably the only thing that I can see that's self sufficient.
But that's what I'm saying. A lot of people they want to look. They want to look at okay. So let's say the sun is independent. You're not an exception to the rule. You know what I mean? Everybody can't be the exception to the rule. Meaning, just because the sun is lightened by itself, that don't mean we all can do it. That's the exception. That's why it's only the uniqueness of that said object. That sun is unique because it's only one of it. You know what I mean? Now, if you got 1,000
No,
of the same thing that's doing the same thing, that's not unique. But how many times can that uniqueness occur? We need to stop thinking that we're the exceptions to the rule all the time, right? Especially when it comes to that individual thing that we can all be that individual to trump the rule, right? It's just like a person in the street. We know that 95% of the people in the streets get caught, right? I'm the exception. Okay, you one out of 90 people. You one out of 10. But everybody, the other nine gonna get caught. But what makes you so unique that you the one that's gonna be the exception to the rule? That's why you gotta understand what's going on around you and then weigh it. People just jump into things like I'm the exception to the rule, so I can be this, I can do that, and I'm gonna get away with this, and I'm gonna break the codes and all that. You know how many people tried that? You know how many people failed? You know how many people succeeded? Do the work. That's why I was saying the other day, your right answer does not mean that you came to the you got to the solution correctly. Because we all say the same thing. Right? Or 2 plus 2 is 4. We all gonna say 2 plus 2 is 4. How do you know? What's the solution that gave you that answer? Unless you do the work, you don't know if that answer is right. You just regurgitating what everybody else say. We need to stop doing that as well.
work. You go and do the work. We live in that microwavable
I
society
agree with
where
you, Commander. You are an exception. I will say that you are
I
very
say,
unique.
I'll be honest with you, I think most people who come over here and stay over here are exceptions to the rule itself. Just by coming and staying, you gotta be an exception because, this is what we're doing is different, man. This shit
I
different,
agree
man.
with that. But all right, like this is like right. This is no disrespect, right? This is no disrespect to you, right? You got 30 some thousand subscribers, right? How many of those subscribers are still here? You see what I'm saying? How many of them are still
Well,
here? How
most of
many
my
of them have
subscribers,
been with you from day one? Like, shout out to Dee Dee and Liz B and all of them. Now you remember who's the day ones. How many of the day ones are still here? You see what I'm
I
saying?
say out of that 33,000, I think before that, so I think out of that 33, maybe 2,000. Uh, no, I did have 2,000 at like 28K. Actually, subscribe to the channel for the content versus the short. Most of those people subscribe to the channel because of the short. But I say about
So
28K
20,
subscribe for the content.
but you
I
see what
say
I'm
about
saying? That's
28K.
that's
I
that's
mean,
damn near
not 20,
83%.
not 28K, 2.8K. My bad, not 28. 2,800.
So 2,800 from to 32,000. You see how high that jump is? You see what I'm saying? Like that's a jump
Mm-hmm.
from 2,800 to 33,000. That's like a 100%. That's over 100% increase. This is what I'm saying. But everybody thinks they can do something like that and supersede because they're the exception, so on and so forth. Lightning doesn't hit
This,
every lightning doesn't catch it in a bottle for everybody.
this is what I try to tell people too. Like even when people, uh, I tell like I'm always honest about how I got my subscribers, but it was people who was like, oh, anybody could do it, but nobody else did it. Even though it wasn't on my own merit, because the only thing I did was they gave me an option, and it was a funny video. It made me laugh, so I was like, I just shared it, not with the intent of getting subscribers. I just shared it because it made me laugh. And if you look at my channel at that time, that's what I was doing with my shorts. I was doing them green screens, and it was things that I found funny. It was like a lot of fighting videos, like MMA that I found like, damn, that was a
Mhm.
crazy knockout. It was the stuff that I found funny. And people was like, oh, anybody, but everybody didn't do that. A lot of people tried to do it and couldn't do it. But I did it. It happened to me for,
Right.
everything is divine to everybody else. It ain't meant for everybody to do everything. What's meant for you is meant for you. So
Mhm.
that's why when I see people blow up off stuff or people get what's for them, I don't do the jealousy thing, man. I don't be jealous. Like, oh my God, why did they get it but I didn't? That's for them. Like it's not hard to understand. What's for you is for you. What's for other people is for other people. So when I see other people
I
get good shit, I don't be jealous. I'm like, okay, that's for them. But you don't know what them people been through, and now they finally get a break, and you want to hate them. Like, God damn, bro.
right.
You'd be happy for people sometimes. I always used to want, like, damn, why can't people just be happy for people, bro? That's why I don't understand, like, the concept of jealousy. I don't even see why people allow themselves to get to that level or to actually be jealous, to embody that concept. Like, I
Because
don't see why people,
it's a selfish thing. That's why they so into themselves. They worry about themselves. This is like why I always, I still have this problem to this day. How could a person that's independent like this, to me, I would want to say that independence equals selfishness, but I understand that there's a big gap, right? So I would always ask, okay, how could a person that's selfish could love somebody if they only consumed about themselves? I never like, you know what I mean? I ask that question and people give me answers and I understand it to a point, but I'm like, if a person is selfish, if and love is selfless, how could those two coexist in a healthy situation, especially when people don't know how to balance themselves? You know what I mean? So I always looked at that thing and it, you know, I just observed the two concepts. Like somebody that's independent, but they say they got to be dependent of their man or their woman. If you're independent, how could you be dependent of something? This is why I'm saying the way that we use things, it don't make sense.
that's why people have so much conflict. It'd be really conflict within themselves. They want something, but they're producing something else. Like I, do- I like my grandmother told me never ask nobody for something you ain't willing to do if you have it, you know. So I took it as like
Rachel's in the back.
I'm if I ain't never willing to give nobody money, I'm not gonna ask nobody for money when I need it. No, hold on. One
Rachel's in the
second,
back.
Ray.
Rachel's in the back. You heard me? Rachel's in the back, I
Yeah, I
believe.
got her. I got
He
her.
heard you. He
That's
heard
it.
you.
That's it. That's it.
Umar in the building. He said Rachel's in the back. Rachel's in the
Mm.
back.
What up, man? What
What
up,
up,
ladies?
man?
That's
What
his
up,
best. Oh,
though?
Commander.
Hi, Commander.
Commander was coming to save me.
I was gonna come in, but my phone's kind of glitching, so if it kicks me out,
Oh,
that's why.
shit. Commander's the Matrix. You see
Okay,
her
kick
phone.
you up. You got the right stuff back up anytime you want. I don't want to hear that.
I came up here to tell Gary shit. I don't know what he talking about because I already borrowed a pair of God slippers, so I am God. He gonna kick my ass.
Ryder has
Don't,
defeated
just don't
all
be
the
like.
odds. She really is the exception.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's nothing wrong. What I'm saying is we can be an exception, but everybody can't be an exception, right? Like you're not. Everybody can't be that 1%. You
But
see
if
what
we
I
all
mean?
go
Everybody can't be
around
that.
thinking that we're not that 1%, we'll probably never be that 1%.
I'm a 9%. Son, I'm just playing.
Mm-hmm.
See that's understandable. But here's the reality of a thing. A lot of us know
Well,
we ain't
Gary's
that
starting to sound like
1%.
me. My bad.
Gary
There
is
you
so
go.
Here's the
serious. We
reaction.
just fucking with him. We just messing
My
with him.
bad.
Here you
I
go.
just want to fuck with
I
Gary real
know.
quick, bro. That's my punchline when I want to decapitate people's ideology. That's what I said. Here's the reality of the thing. Right? I'm just fucking with you, Gary. Go ahead.
Listen,
Nah, I'm
listen,
just saying.
listen.
Go ahead,
Gary,
Ryder.
you are the union
Uh-huh.
rep. I understand. I'm learning a lot about union representatives and all this shit. You are Word's union rep. Commander is HR, and me and Word is out here fighting wars.
Gary,
And
Gary is my
and that's okay.
Yeah,
Gary is like my Jiminy the Cricket. Gary said the stuff the way I'm supposed to say it.
he's like, it's supposed to be like this. We're fighting for the rights. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Mhm.
When is y'all gonna raise our money, YouTube? That's Gary's job.
YouTube is playing around with it as it is. They playing too
I'm just
much.
talking
They
shit.
trying to. No, I'm just saying that you got so many people that want to like.
No, I was
They
talking
don't
shit
want
because of
you
what we
to.
do
They
in
want.
Philly. So I
Oh, I'm
was
just
just
saying.
talking
It's so
shit.
many people. It's so many people that that deserve recognition and serve and deserve a lot of things. But there's certain people that move the goalposts. You see what I mean? They move the goalposts to where they know you earned it. They know you deserve the spots that you deserve, but they want you to keep going so for their benefits. So
Facts,
it
facts,
just
facts.
sucks.
I don't know,
It
man.
really sucks.
Where the hell is our little what you call them Jones? Them little lollipops they used to give us. We all said
Man, Rachel, I keep telling you, man, look, after this, I know I keep promising. Every time I talk to you, I remember, like, damn, I'm supposed to
huh?
make that drop for Rachel.
He
You
ain't
asked me to
promised me
make
no
a drop.
lollipop, guys. I don't know what happened,
No,
but
I ain't promised no lollipop.
nowhere.
Nah,
I
but
was
I
Oh
thinking
no.
keep
of
to make that drop. It's like, the kid. But once this weekend pass, I'm gonna be more focused on.
Writers, he feels so guilty that you're not even talking
Joe.
about that, but he just had to say that because
Oh,
Yeah,
but
when I heard her
I know we're
voice,
guilty.
I'm
gonna get
like,
to it.
damn, I still ain't make that shit yet. I'm just, I
I know
don't
we're
know.
gonna get to it. We all going through a lot of shit, man. Listen, he got a
Yeah, my
family the
wife
same
is
way I
crazy.
do. On some real
I'm sitting
shit.
up
And
here now. Man, this fucking trampoline won't fold up. Why the fuck did I'm trying to
what?
get the house?
It's
I
a
got people.
it's a
Everybody
miracle.
standing right over the house,
It's a
and they
The
miracle.
coming
Where
word's
home
you
tomorrow.
glitching.
know? Where are you? How much money you owe your kids every time you cuss?
You know what? I don't really cuss that much. I really don't. I don't talk that much, so I don't really cuss that much.
Oh, they don't
I'm
catch
being honest. My
you.
wife is the cuss. My wife is the one always cussing.
Oh
She's the
shit!
talker. I don't really talk too much.
It's
Like in
always
real
something
life,
He
I'm
women.
said I don't really talk too much.
Women,
no like
what's going
when
on?
you get like people who fuck with me who know me, they be like his ass don't talk unless you talk about some nerdy shit or just some random. I be talking about random shit like people I know. we'd be sitting outside. I start telling them about bugs and shit. Like, this bug, the nature, the behavior of this bug, they do this, they do that. That's similar to that. They be like, bro, what the fuck does that matter? I'm just saying, it's interesting.
Words
We
to
Like,
truly are
I'm
special people.
one of them
That's
type of
just a
people.
man shit. Fuck that. Let me observe,
Especially
let me
now.
observe
Especially
Mother
now.
Nature. Only word, yo.
Word is especially now. Yeah, I'm telling you, he's different.
Yeah, man.
He's
I'm
definitely
good,
different.
bro. I accept that.
Exceptional.
Yeah,
Gary, exceptional.
my mama told me I was exceptional.
Exceptional, yes.
My grandma told me I was a special little boy. I know what she meant. She meant something else. So you so special. Like, I know what that
Hey,
means, grandma. I'm a little slow. But it's okay.
I can't with word right now. I'm like, what? Call his grandma up. Like, what up?
No, grandma used to always say that. She said, "You a special little boy." I'd be like, "I know, I'm a little serious."
You know she was being sarcastic, right?
Yeah, I know.
We
She
all
saying
was
I
told
was
we
dumb.
were special at one point, but not the way we
I
think.
really would. But see, this is I was awkward and different from everybody. So
But I
she used to say that shit because when I found dry ice, like when I asked the ice cream man, like, how do y'all keep the ice cream cold? He said dry ice. I said, what's that? Can I have some? He gave it to me, bro. I was like 3 years old, 4 years old, and he was like, don't put it in the bottle and add water to it. And I'm like, what? So I did it, and I started making like little explosives. My grandma was like, "You a special little boy."
can't
Like,
with
he trying to
word.
blow something up. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it's a pop
Wait,
bottle,
dry
man. It's some
ice
dry ice.
and water make
Yeah, you know
no.
He
that.
had an intelligent airhead moment.
It's gonna make it builds up pressure. So if you put it in a pop bottle or something, it'll explode because there's an intense amount of pressure.
You see my point? An intelligent airhead moment.
He had a
So when I
blonde
moved to
moment.
Detroit, I was teaching little kids that. So everybody was buying dry ice from the ice cream truck, and they was wondering why. You could get-
Wait, you could buy dry ice
Yeah.
I mean,
from the
that's where we
truck?
used
Oh,
to get it from. That's where we used to get it from the
Mr.
ice
Salty
cream truck.
or whatever the ice cream truck was.
I ain't gonna tell you how to make dry
They,
ice. You can make
oh
it
my
too.
God,
I ain't
yeah.
go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I ain't gonna get it. I know how to make a lot of fun things, but just don't talk about it. There's a lot of stuff I
You're gonna
don't
make
talk about.
snow.
People actually, that's why my mama was. My mama used to tell people like, "Why y'all make this boy mad? Y'all know he don't think straight. Like he gonna do something. You ain't gonna be able to turn your lights on your porch. You ain't gonna be able to push the brakes on your car. Why you keep fucking with this boy?" My mama used to tell people that. Like y'all know the boy ain't got it all. And he ain't gonna cry. He ain't gonna complain. He ain't gonna say nothing. You just go push your brakes and the shit ain't gonna work. And then you gonna be like, that damn
Oh,
Dorian.
oh, you dangerous then. You
Turn their
MacGyver.
push light on and it go yoga flame. That's your fault.
Shit.
Nothing to do with me.
You know what just word just reminded me of? It's crazy. They said only the white boys did that in their mama basement. And look, see, we're not wait. What you say about that, guys? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Man, I used to. That's why my mama was telling my wife some stuff, and she was like, "Oh, you ain't buy," because I say I want to buy my son a chemistry set. My mama was telling her about my first two chemistry sets. She was like, "You are not buying him a chemistry set. He do everything you do now." Like that's how you figure shit out and make shit.
Yep. That's some real shit.
Testing shit. But my son curious just like I was. He want to know how shit works.
Shit
He
like
ain't
that.
take no TV
yeah,
apart. He took a couple things apart. He took a stereo apart.
He said he took a
But he
stereo.
ain't. I took a floor model TV apart and put it back together when I was like 3 or 4.
that's
But
something I'm
but
trying to tell you, man. Something wrong
but
with you.
my
You different.
stepdad though, I used to sit and watch my stepdad rebuild engines and carburetors and shit. And I used to like I was good. Like my daughter is very good at mimicking. So when he used to take like engines apart, he used to have a big piece of cardboard on the top floor, and he had labeled all the parts. And that's what I did with the TV. That's how I know how everything went. I didn't label it like I labeled it like 1, 2, 3. I was thinking like, when I was 3 years old, my grandma said I can count up to 100 when I was 3, and I was reading when I was 4. And I'm watching like my kids develop. They ain't that fast, but I had to think about it too. Like it was just me and her, and I was in a rural ass country. Only thing I could do was learn. Like it wasn't really nothing to do but learn. And I don't say we was poor no more. I used to say that, but we weren't poor because I never went without eating. I never struggled. We never had to um I mean it was sometimes the lights and the water got turned off, but it wasn't for long. So I wouldn't say we was poor,
Facts.
but
We were just
but
You ain't
we
rich.
didn't have an easy way. Yeah, it wasn't all peaches and cream growing up. But a lot of stuff like my grandma used to read to me a lot. And then that's how I learned. I learned like I was always advanced in school because I was learning this shit at home. And then my grandmother was a teacher too. She was a special ed teacher, actually. She taught special ed.
oh, that's why we're
So
learning, see?
so she was
Yeah.
always teaching. Yeah. And like my whole family educated. That's one thing, like especially on my dad's side, everybody educated. Like even my little cousin, like everybody graduated from college and you know, well spoken. Even my little brother, he a knucklehead. He more Greek, but if you listen to him talk, he's like you a little proper little fucker. Like I don't even take him serious when he get mad and cuss. I'll be like, bro, you said that shit too proper, bro, for me to even take you serious right now. I ain't going to fuck you up. How you gonna use proper grammar telling somebody you gonna fuck them up? Like that shit ain't. That's like, come on now, man. At some point, use the bonnet. It's like, fuck you, a gangster with proper grammar. Why they do this to them?
England.
I don't take them serious neither. I probably get fucked up if I was in the UK because people would be threatening me. I'd be laughing like motherfucker. I can't take. Hey, man, that nigga's fucking hard. We're gonna. I'd be like, oh man, say that again. Hold on, bro. Let me get this shit on camera. I'd be doing some crazy shit. Like I don't think this shit's serious. I'd be looking for Ashton Kutcher to come out of a helicopter or something and fall. Like y'all punking me. Y'all don't got this proper grammar. Feature motherfucker trying to threaten me. Like I'm supposed what I'm supposed to do. Like
Not
nah, man. I
Ashton
don't
Kutcher.
shut up. Yeah, I think I'm getting punked. Y'all don't remember that when he used to jump out of shit? Motherfuckers come up to see me and shit. Oh, you been punked. Like where the fuck you come from?
I
You
think
gonna be
life is
coming up
punking
now.
everybody right now. Life punking everybody right now. Jump out the bushes. Hey, we punked you. Nah, it's a lot. It's definitely a lot going on. Summer's hot. You know, when it's hot, people start acting goofy. I stay away from people. I don't know. I just been
Hey,
chilling with
so
the kids. I don't know.
let me ask y'all this, because I ain't really been keeping up. So what happened with Diddy trial? The verdict came in. And I seen he got found not guilty on a lot of stuff, but he got found. I don't know what he got found not guilty of, or what he got found guilty of.
Man, that trial was crazy today. I didn't get to see the whole thing, but I saw. Well, I didn't see the trial. I saw the bloggers talking outside.
I don't
That
know.
shit was crazy.
Something threw me off. I think he
That
got off. He's not guilty of sex trafficking. This blew me
uh
away. He's not guilty of sex trafficking, but he is guilty of transportation for the purposes of prostitution.
huh.
I'm like, what's the difference?
Lesser charge,
Huh?
lesser charge, lesser charge, and sex
Oh, they were
trafficking.
willing.
Sex trafficking is more of um like transporting for the purpose of prostitution is not like sex trafficking got like kidnapping, incorporated into it. But transportation for prostitution, that's like you going to pick up a hooker or a prostitute driving them around. So
Solicitation, more like
Yeah, that ain't
it's
nothing.
more
I don't
the
understand why
the
they haven't let him out yet.
I don't think they're gonna let
They
him
ain't
out.
want
They're
to
gonna
get
do
I
some
bond.
don't think
time.
he's getting out. He ain't getting out.
But that's
Why
a
He
he
look,
small
getting out? He
charge.
gonna get time served. He about to get time served.
Nah, I don't know what he got charged with, but they were saying the things he did get charged with, he can take 20 years.
No, no way.
Racketeering.
No, but
Those
he
two
didn't.
charges is
He
Tennessee.
He
he didn't get
avoided
the
none.
racketeering. They found
Yeah,
him.
he didn't get
Yeah,
none of that.
he's
They
not
threw
I
guilty
don't
of
him.
know.
that.
That's why I was saying, like, what did he get charged with? I don't know what he got charged with. I just heard one of the bloggers. I mean, it wasn't even a blogger. It was I seen it on Google. What was that? Yahoo News
I
or
heard it was
Yahoo?
just prostitution. That was it.
He got
I
charged
don't
with
know.
two different charges of prostitution. One was for one girl, and the other one was for the other girl.
And he's been in there
That was
9
it.
months, so I think that's enough.
Yeah, yeah. He's coming home.
Yeah, where's he coming
He
He
gonna
home?
ain't
come
coming
back
home to
singing
me.
that
What?
song.
He
And he
should be
ain't
in
shit.
there
Yeah,
though.
he's coming home.
Oh, yeah. He gonna come home before R. Kelly. That's crazy.
But what's crazy is how that whole trial outside, that's what I got a glimpse at. I'm sitting here, I was like, this shit was crazy. There was a reporter that went after another blogger called Tisha Tells. I think it was a blogger who went after her. I'm sitting here like, what
Yeah,
the
it
hell
was
is going on?
t-shirts. Yeah, t-shirts. I seen that. It was like people. I mean,
Yeah,
that's they time to shine. This is
I was
their
here like,
moment of glory. This is the
Get
it's,
when they
it's
can.
crazy how the bull was on Diddy's side. So I'm sitting here like, this shit is shot out.
this. I don't even listen. I don't know about all this D stuff. Did y'all happen to see the Candace Owens and Prince whatever the hell the one word wonder
Somebody was reviewing that.
debate?
Oh, I
Yeah,
sent it
I
to
gotta
Word.
review that.
Yeah. Oh, that's who's Commander put me up on that.
Right. Yeah. I
You
don't
saw
know,
it,
man.
Gary?
I saw it and I'm sitting there. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if Candace Owens. I looked at it as like to ask: is Candace Owens a debater? I don't
Yeah,
think she's a debater.
kinda. She's kind of like a
If she
debate.
is, she looked it horrible in that conversation. If she was debating,
Well,
she
she
Mhm.
was
looked it
back to back
horrible.
debating all these people back to back, like all of them against her.
Where
Oh,
she fucked with this time at?
She looked
Yeah,
tired.
She,
and then like I give her props for that too because it's like dealing with all those different personalities and styles and emotions. I give her props for that because I ain't got the patience for people like that.
oh
I
shit.
don't, bro. Like some of the stuff that people say is ignorant as hell, man. And it's just like, and they standing on that ignorant shit. Like, okay, well, think you're ignorant, and they want to convince you that ignorance is, I guess, sufficient in life. Like, bro, that's why you where you at now, because you think like that. Fuck out of here. That's
One
why,
girl
like, when I be,
said,
my bad, go ahead.
"No, go ahead."
No, I ain't too,
No, the one
man.
girl told her, "You're the definition of feminism. Like, if you believe in like staying home and raising kids,
Love
then
you
how
too,
come
bro.
you're not home? Just like go home and go home and raise kids. Why are you out here in the public?"
Yo, she be funny as shit. Candace said
Always
that.
told a chick, or a chick told her that.
The chick told her that.
Oh
Mhm.
shit.
Oh, so Candace is she supposed to be a feminist? I don't know. I don't
No,
know.
Oh,
no,
Candace is not a feminist. She's a Gustin.
no.
Oh,
That,
okay.
that sometimes it just should be going crazy. She be on point with certain things. What if she don't be on point is with the music shit. She be getting up a lot of trouble when she talk about hip hop, rap, and all that shit.
Mhm.
When they,
Yeah,
when it comes to politics and when it comes to like shit like that, I agree with her with the majority of the stuff that she says. Majority.
like this, man. Look, ain't no. When I think of Candace Owens, I think about this concept. No one's perfect, right?
Mm-mm.
I like some of the shit she say. I don't like some of the shit she say, but
Facts.
because she say certain things, I'm supposed to not like her as a person. I think them people be weird. Like I don't know how she is as a person.
Right.
You know, she seemed kind of awesome, man. She got different opinions and views that I wouldn't rap with, but to say, oh, she this or she that, because she in the public eye saying how she feel, what her opinion is. I think one is brave, and two, um, people just fucking weird, man. Be looking for reasons they don't see. They just be looking for reasons, man.
Well,
Like it's gonna be some shit I say. Y'all gonna be like, oh my god, word sounds so intelligent. And it's gonna be some shit I say. You be like, man, you dumb as hell. That's just how it is, man. It's just it's just how the shit works, man. Like you get me thinking about one subject, I'm gonna sound like a genius. You get me talking about something else, I'm gonna sound like I'm ignorant in it. I mean, that's just how it is. Like people be expecting her to be perfect. I don't think she perfect. I think she herself.
Yeah,
But
nobody
and
is.
I
she
agree with that.
still sounds confused when she talks. Candace don't give me that, but she's very confident in what she says. But Priscilla, a lot of the shit, it sounds like she just projecting her own fucked up life experience. That's good. I ain't even say it like that.
Priscilla the Queenmaker. Somebody in her
I
comments
mean, I
in
mean,
Priscilla's channel, they said that they want to see her debate Jordan Peterson next. And I was like, hell yeah,
Jordan
I would
Peterson.
love to see that.
Who's Jordan Peterson?
You don't know Jordan Peterson?
Mm-mm.
He's like that white old man, Jordan Peterson.
That's like why I don't know him.
Oh, he's
I don't really fuck
cool.
with a lot of white old
I
men.
like
I heard
him.
his
He's
name.
cool.
I heard a few people say that name. So
I'm gonna have to go check him
I
out. 'Cause,
don't
yeah,
know
I
if it's
heard a
worth
couple
per
people
se.
say. I don't
Yeah,
know. It's just like even what's that one old black dude? Remember you
that's
sent me that one
Jesse.
video?
That's Jesse Peterson.
Yeah, see, like
There's
maybe
Jesse and
it's
then there's
Peterson, man.
Jordan.
That motherfucker Peterson's crazy. Adrian Peterson crazy. Jesse Peterson and Peterson. I'm talking shit, y'all. Don't pay me no attention.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
just
pretty
talking
wild.
shit right now. I'm just talking shit right now.
That all
But
Peterson's crazy.
all Peterson's fucking crazy. No, Peterson, stay away. They fucking crazy. I'm just playing.
I don't
I'm
even know
joking.
how to describe Jordan Peterson or like what, but he like a lot of the stuff he says like makes sense to me.
I know. I hear a
You
lot
guys
of,
have to hear him.
but this is what turned me off. I hear a lot of grown men kind of like idolizing him. And I'd be like, that shit fucking weird to me, bro. Y'all grown as hell. You can like what a person say. You can even agree, like, man, that's some profound shit. But they be like riding the shit out of like, oh, Jordan Peterson is just like, bro, who the fuck is nah, I'm straight, bro. I'm good. I can't do that, man. And that should be weird. It's like using him as a reference to shit for life. Like, I don't know this motherfucker, bro.
That's because he says a lot of profound things.
You,
He's probably a
you got
9. I bet you he's
The
a
most
9.
is he a philosopher? He probably a philosopher.
I honestly don't know
Let
what
me
his
see.
title is, but you'll find him all over YouTube. Just
This is
put his name
Jordan
in there.
Peterson.
He's got
Jordan Peterson. I
he's
don't
got
know
a
what he
Oh,
look
channel.
like, so
but he got a
I would have
book,
to
don't
see.
he?
He probably has several books. He's a
He
white
I know
might.
you got a book.
old
Yeah, I
man.
know who this is. Oh no, I fucked with him. I just didn't know. I didn't never know his name, but I seen him when he was younger. He used to debate a lot.
He's got an amazing brain. His brain is pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. I seen him his debate. I didn't hear like none of his. He reminded me of a modern day what's my man name? Yeah, what's the other white dude name? The self help dude.
The other white
Um,
dude.
yeah. Oh no, I
Um,
like him. That's my homeboy. Well, I ain't my
you
homeboy. I
gotta be
don't
more
know.
specific.
Damn, what is that white dude name? He was big in the get rich and not. It wasn't him. It's not him. Not get rich and not think and
Um,
grow rich. But it's another white dude who was around that time. I
I
remember
I
his
about to
name.
say,
I got a couple
if
of his
he
books
take you with
downstairs
you got
too.
time.
oh,
Okay.
I think it'll come to me. Is he alive?
Bill
Is he still
Proctor.
alive?
Bill
Who?
Proctor. Proctor. Bill Proctor. Y'all know who
Yeah,
Bill Proctor is?
he's not alive anymore though.
No, no, I don't think he is alive no more. But his name was Bill Proctor.
Yeah, and
I
there's
used to
another guy
listen to
too.
the
I
Very
shit
forgot his
proper.
out of
name.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
very
used to
proper.
like Bill Proctor.
Yeah,
No, Bill
you
Proctor.
can find his teachings online
Or James
on
Proctor? Is that
YouTube.
his name? James Proctor?
One
Or
of
is it
those.
Bill Proctor? I thought it
Or is
was
it
Bill.
Bob? Is it Bob? I think it's Bob.
Bob. It's Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bob Proctor. It started with a B,
Bro,
damn it.
what's one of those white
Bill,
men?
Bob, one of them white names.
Procter and Gamble. Oh Lord,
Bill,
P&G.
Bob. What else
Bill
did I say?
Bob.
Bill, Bob, James, one of them white names. Good.
I don't know.
Name wasn't
We
Mustafa,
got to
damn
do
it.
some
I
work.
know him.
We got to do some work then, because I need to understand what they talking about. Because
Billy
there's a lot
Bob.
of people that
These also help
Oh,
you
you'll
with,
love it. You'll love it.
yeah.
He has mentored so many people.
we all need some. We
Oh,
all need some mentoring.
Damn, that Ducati sounds good. Bro, I love this. Bro.
I just
A
noticed
what?
something.
That Ducati
He said a Ducati. Okay, Bike
motorcycle.
Life.
Ducati.
I know the Ducati
A
is Bike Life.
Bugatti.
Nah, what's the Ducati? Ain't those the 9,000s?
That shit just feel
Ducati
different under you,
9,000,
man. That shit feel different.
1,200. Lift you
I
up
never
off
had
that
one.
that
My
that.
uncle had one. He had a 14.
They're called Death Rockets.
Yeah. I had a 900
Hit that
Yamaha and
gear.
put that bitch under a truck.
What you doing under? What you do?
I hit the brake and almost slammed into a truck. And when I hit it, I don't know what happened. I hit a pothole. I don't know what happened, bro. The bike just leaned and I let it go. And the bike,
Oh,
I
okay.
went under the truck. The bike went into the street.
Better you under the
Better the
car
bike.
than yeah, right.
My husband does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he won't let me have a bike.
When I was
too
younger,
bad
I
you would
probably
ride a.
would have.
I want a bike so bad, but
I get a hog.
my
I was
husband
about
said
to get one.
no.
My wife said I can
you
get a
want a
Harley.
bike?
She said you can get a hog.
You want a bike or a motorcycle?
Man, you
Wait a
feel so
minute.
A
free on the
motorcycle bike.
motorcycle.
Motorcycle.
Oh, you want a motorcycle? I was
Yeah.
like, wait, where do you want a bike? Like, wait, you
I
want a
told him I'll
bike
be
like with pedals
safe.
on it or a motor on it?
No, now they got the man. My wife be talking shit about she was like our kids ain't getting no motorized bikes or motorized scooters. I'm like, why not? He said already this summer they had over 40 patients come in because they fell off a motorized bike or a motorized scooter with broken bones and shit. I'm like, one kid died though. He cracked his skull. Yeah, and
Hmm.
the brain.
It's a good time for the kids to learn swimming.
Mm-hmm.
Did you
Pick up
guys
my
hear about
son next week.
what was it, the Black Yacht, whatever it is, I forgot. Black Yacht Weekend or something? There's some people that drowned. There was
I
a
think
boat
I
that
was
was
hearing
I
like,
ain't
about
hear.
that. Wait, no,
I ain't
yeah,
hear
no,
about that one.
I didn't hear
I
about
heard
that.
about the kid that fell off the boat, off the yacht, off the cruise line, and their parent
Where
kid
was
jumped in
that
that
at?
water and saved him. I
Where
don't
was
know
that at?
where it was at. I don't know
Cause
where it was at. I know it was probably somewhere in the Caribbean somewhere.
oh, see, no, that wasn't it. Because I was reading about a woman they saved, I think, and it was on Michigan, Detroit, Michigan, somewhere. I forgot what it was earlier. I was looking into that. I was like, oh, wait, y'all talking about the mother that they saved from the water or they found dead or something like that? I don't know what it
And my
was.
wife was woke
Uh,
up with her. She know all about that Final Destination shit. All of that shit seemed like some bro. Come on now, man. Like people be dying from how the fuck you fall off a cruise ship, bro? Fuck is you playing by the rails for? Like man, you just don't. Like it's just
the
how
wind will
you,
like suck you out of the
This the wind will
freaking.
suck you.
It
Come
bro.
on.
They
will.
man, they
I ain't
got.
getting on
Man,
no
I'm
cruise ship.
straight. I'm straight. It's just some shit. It's like somebody fell from a hot air balloon. What the fuck are you on a hot air balloon for? Like that shit too high
They
for no
showed one
damn
that caught
parachute.
fire, and all the people
Yeah,
died on the hot air balloon recently, like last week.
man. Like I'm straight, bro. That concept's leaving.
But
Like
wait, but you're like a skydiver person, but you wouldn't get on a hot air
I got a
balloon?
parachute. I got a parachute. Okay, I'm not getting in no
So
hot
you
air
would get
balloon
on
without
if
no
you had a
parachute.
parachute?
Oh yeah, I get on if I got a parachute. That's the cautionary. Uh, that's taking precautions. You know, okay,
Okay,
I can get on.
if
Give
you're
me a
on a boat,
parachute.
let me ask you guys, if you're on a boat, would you guys wear a safety vest like the whole time while you're on the boat?
I'm gonna be a
Yep.
nerd because anytime I'm on deck, I got a vest on. They gonna be laughing at me. I don't care. I'm gonna be carrying a damn raft with me, one of them inflatable rafts in my pocket. You got me bent. I'm
Rudy, what up,
gonna have
Rudy?
a whole kit. I'm gonna have a whole kit, man. Meal, inflatable raft, a flare gun, and all that shit with me. Shark repellent,
He said, give me the
all that
floaties.
shit.
Yeah,
Right,
look,
walking around with a
give me
floaty.
some floaties so I don't drown. I'm just saying that the water they be taking those cruise lines in, they be deep. I don't know what's under there. Frozen changed my life. I saw that horse come out the water. I ain't
He
been the
said
same since.
frozen. Oh, he didn't. He just bought Elsa into this.
Who's that
Horse
frozen?
came out of the water.
Yeah,
I have not been
the
paying
horse
attention to
came
shit.
out.
I've seen that movie so many times and I do not remember that shit. It's like when he was talking about Star
Huh?
Wars, I'm like, man, I was probably asleep at that
You
part.
know why I can't? That's why I can't talk the word, man. That's why.
Yo, this guy actually robbed a gas station in rollerblades. Like, you too old. That's why your ass got
Hell
arrested.
yeah.
What the fuck is going
Hell yeah, with
on in
some
the world?
rollerblades.
That's why he got caught. Too freaking old to be in a freaking gas station robbing it in rollerblades. Like, what the hell was he
Well, how
thinking?
What?
old was he?
Oh, you rob a gas station and rollerblade?
Yes, he looked like he
He
was in
needed
How
his
old
those
was
fucking
he?
40s or 50s almost.
he needed those rollerblades with like the rockets so he can go really fast.
He's too fucking old. Too old. Like, what the fuck? Wait a minute.
He needed
Like,
those ducktail gates, the ducktail skates.
That's the thing though. Old people feel like they probably have nothing to lose. Like,
what gas station did he
Man,
rob, though? Wait a minute.
I
but
bet
you
you
see
thought
how
that was a
bad
good
that
idea
is?
before you did it too.
He's
That's
old
how
as
bad it
shit.
is. You got 50-year-old people robbing and doing things like that. They don't even want to go to work no more. Then you got people that's 80 that's still working.
He
Man,
couldn't have
y'all
made
better
but
get
so much
ready.
out of the gas station.
He got $100
Like, shit. How
and he
much did
got
he
like
get?
$10 in quarters. So he got $90 and $10 a quarter. That shit slowed him up. I'm just saying, it's just that
Oh,
bad.
damn, what
People
she
are
said.
still doing robberies and juxes at 50 and 60 years old. That's
Oh, that was
crazy.
around here. That's crazy. Damn, that was close around
Uh,
here.
just
You
make
had to
sure
be
he
high.
don't hear that. He
You
don't
had to
hit
be
our
high.
Chinese restaurant.
well, at least he didn't hurt anyone.
He was by
Oh,
Kensington. He went to Kensington after that.
no, that wasn't around because it's
If he didn't use a weapon, then it's not a robbery. It's
man.
just thievery.
No, he did
Right?
use a
Or
weapon. He's on camera. He pulled out a knife and a gun.
okay, then that's
That's why
robbery.
I was cracking. I'm like, yo, this nigga got a
Oh, a
gun.
nice and a
He
gun.
had a
Like,
pipe in his
damn.
damn pocket. I don't know what type of metal pole he had in his pocket.
Oh, he was
He
on a
rolled
good
He
into
had
the
a
one.
gas
pipe.
station. Yo, let me
He
send y'all
trying to
the
get
video.
high.
I'm gonna put the video
Was
in the back
was
chat.
he
Those
even
was
wearing like a mask?
Hood
no.
Rambo. Nice gun, a
Uh,
pipe,
I put the video in the back chat.
rollerblade.
I'm geeking over here. I'm like,
Surprised he ain't got
he's
no smoke
already.
bomb. Like, can you imagine if he robbed the place and then lit a smoke bomb and walked out so he could escape? That'd have been dope.
People shut out in Philly, y'all. Like, Philly already going through a lot of shit between the union workers on strike and the mayor going at it with them.
Yeah, there's the garbage
These
people on strike
motherfuckers,
again.
they still on strike. And we don't. We still got trash. Master Splendor leaving New York to come over here and run all the rats. So he's gonna rule all the rats in the source.
Wow.
I just laugh because like people got the solution in their face, but they don't get it. But then I understand the union workers, but it's kind of like this shit is crazy. But then when I looked into this shit, I'm sitting here like, wait, like she did raise up the offer. You see where I'm coming from? But I get it. This all stirred up because she went and raised up her fucking pay raise up to 9% and left them at 3%. I was like, if she would have did it at 6 and 6, then on some equal shit, then this wouldn't have happened. But it happened.
She went
But
that greedy. Yeah, she could have
yeah,
did
for once,
6%.
but then when she came and gave them the highest offer, they're still saying that it's not enough, and I'm still trying to figure out what is the highest offer like. But there's,
Dee
when
dee
I looked at the
dee.
news,
What up,
the
Dee Dee? What up,
news says
nine?
5%, but I'm not sure. Like if it's 5%, then now you're giving them something a little more fair. But I'm not sure if it's true or not. You see where I'm coming from? Like I've been trying to make it to City Hall to see what's up and what's going down. I'm gonna try tomorrow. Well, today.
You ain't trying nothing. They closed.
No, they
They
out there
closed.
striking. What you mean? They out there striking. They outside.
That's,
They
you
with the little
going with
in their
you
hand.
going with the protesters. I thought you were trying to go in the city hall. I'm like, what's the
No,
point of
for
that? Ain't
what?
nobody going
They
there.
outside.
It's a, ho-
Why would I
it's
go
a
South City
holiday.
Hall?
I'm just saying. I don't know.
Yo,
People
those
mad as shit. LL,
protesters.
listen, LL Cool J canceled the goddamn Wawa concert, right? Because he said he is not going to break the picket fence. And I'm saying, like, oh shit, this is about to go down tomorrow. I just laugh because people act stupid. Like if we could sit here and really talk civilized and do this shit the right way, like let's be real though, at the end of the day, like a lot of these workers got a lot of these streets, the construction jobs undone. You see where I'm coming from? Some of these trash workers, the same way as the citizens, ain't shit. They assholes. You see where I'm coming from? It's like it's a war between them. So it's kind of like I'm stuck in the middle.
Relentless. What up,
But
G?
we need our trash picked up. So the mayor need to do some shit.
Okay, this is what I was tripping out on. The protesters against the ICE deportations, they attacked federal buildings. They were like breaking windows. Did you
Where?
guys see that in
Where?
Los Angeles? This was like
Mm-mm.
not right like last week or week before or whatever.
Damn.
It was crazy. But how come okay, because you guys remember January 6th. Like how come
Mhm.
Relentless.
they didn't make a big deal of it, like it's insurrection and like make a huge deal? Like all these people were breaking the windows. They were trying to protect the building, like the officers and stuff, but they were wilding out.
Right.
Do y'all know anybody from LA? Like, does anybody personally know anybody from
Well,
LA?
the lady, who is it, Mela? Was it Mela? Who was telling us
That's
that they
that.
live in LA?
That's that.
Oh, you
Who?
talking about
I
Earth
would
Day?
think
The
that's
Earth Day
Oh,
said she
Earth
didn't
Day?
see
Thursday.
that. See,
She
I
said she
haven't seen
lives
Earth
near
Day.
somewhere.
She lives in Inglewood.
Inglewood? Oh, is up to no
Inglewood.
good?
I hope I said it right. Did I say it right? I don't know how to
Yeah,
fucking say
yeah,
it.
Inglewood.
Inglewood. Yeah.
I'm like, damn, did I say the damn city name wrong? Shit, don't
No,
kill
you
No,
me.
said it
that's
right.
that's
Isn't that
right.
like a Tupac?
Inglewood.
Is
Relentless,
it
what up,
Tupac?
though? Now you
I
said it
think
like an East Coaster. That's how you said it. The West Coast, Inglewood.
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 Oh, that's how they say it. Okay, my bad, my bad. Listen, my bad.
I
I'm
ain't
from
even from
Philly
out
right
there.
now.
I'm from the East Coast all day long.
There's Brentwood, Inglewood, Lenox,
There's too many woods out there. Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Keep all them woods over there.
That's what
Keep
makes me
y'all wood
wonder
over
how
there.
much of what we're seeing on social media is true. You see where I'm coming from? Like, we got streamers that are playing scripts and shit like that. Like, the
But
majority, then
listen,
you got
all
the
these
AI trying
streamers,
to take
there was
over.
all kinds of streamers though. All kinds of streamers. I do
Mm-hmm.
know somebody that got caught up over there. I do know somebody personally. But it was in LA, but it was in one of the protests. It was real.
Okay.
There was like,
Now,
I think they said there was like 20,000 people out there.
So that's how even with Philly,
now,
I'm trying to do the same thing myself. I'm going to go actually see what's going on myself. Like, is this really happening? Because I live on the north side. You see where I'm coming from? And I'm sitting here, I was
But
like,
Philly wasn't, like, they really didn't show Philly a lot. If it was probably small.
they're not, because I know that I live on the north side, right? But they're showing like everything that's popping up on the news. They're showing like trash everywhere piling up. I was like, on the north side is bad, but I don't see it that much just because the trash people ain't come. But the way they're showing it on the videos, I want to see if it's really like that. Like, you know, like are there piles of trash? Or is it really mountains of trash in places like they're saying? You see where I'm coming from? Like, I just gotta go
Man,
see
they
for
go out
myself.
there the day before garbage day and see all the trash and videotape it. Like, this is how it is. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, the
Well,
day before garbage
that's
day
why I
is
said what I said. Like, this shit don't fuck. Is it?
I mod for one guy, and he was like, last week he was in New York when they were protesting, and there was a couple other YouTubers, and then he was trying to find like where to go and stuff, and I was like trying to look at other channels so I can tell him like the streets. It was real. But you know what? I found there because there was people arguing on like debating on the street. It was pretty cool because he was recording like all the people. He was like they were all
Guess
debating, like
you
the
talking
it
about
was like
that?
the Israel, you know, free Palestine protest. That's what it was in New
You
York.
talking about that shit? There's a lot happening in New York. Guess who got arrested?
Who?
Remy Ma.
Who?
Remy Ma on her son's
Oh,
court.
was
really?
was
Yeah,
that
What?
real? I didn't know if
yeah,
that was real or not. I
yeah.
seen
A lot of bloggers got a lot of bloggers were in it. She got into a heated altercation with the daughter of the bull that her son unalived allegedly. The chick went on. The chick was live recording her, and Remy went I think live also. She was live, I guess, you know, recording. I don't know what's up with Remy, but Remy been on some ratchet shit lately. Like
The last few days I've been watching videos of like people on social media and then it turning into unalivings. And I'm
that
like,
shit
wow,
is
this is
yeah.
wild.
There's a lot of that happening. A lot of people pulling up on people, people unaliving
Yes.
people. What got me is these like y'all saw the couple that unalived themselves. Well, the
Yes.
husband unalived
Oh,
the wife, and then
yeah,
turned
that's what
around.
I was telling the word.
Then you got the
It was it Shamarcus? Is that the one you're talking about? Marcus and Zaria or something like that?
I forgot their name, but I think yeah, I think
I
you're
see
right.
He was
that
like
one. Yeah,
shorter. He was shorter than her.
yeah.
Yeah, he looked like a stud.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah,
Let's
That's
respect
him.
the dead. I don't know.
That's him.
we're talking about he looked like a
That's
stud.
him.
What
That's
does that
him.
mean?
it.
Like a
A
stud? Like,
stud.
Listen, at first I thought it was a woman that went into
Oh, she says
transition,
a stud. I
but
thought
it
she
was a
oh,
said
man. It was a
yeah,
fucking
because I
man.
know a stud, like a girl that looks like a man, like a
Hmm.
dyke kind of
But
stud,
it's
dyke.
a man.
mhm.
It's a man. It's just that it's crazy how much he looks like a fucking woman stud. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking
I
about.
don't know. He didn't look like that to me. I
He
don't
looked
know.
like a dyke.
I
Let me
didn't
put
think
it like
that.
that. Let me bring
Right.
the hood out. I was trying to be nice. I was trying to be real nice. He looked like a fucking lesbian, a dyke.
Oh my goodness.
He's a
Man, when y'all was
man.
What's
talking,
going on here, the woo?
when y'all was talking about them AI videos, I was like, oh yeah, I can
So,
tell the difference. Man, they were showing. I was watching this one. I didn't know it was AI until she like took the whole chicken down. I'm looking like, damn, that ain't a real person.
what funny as shit.
Like you, like when she,
Yeah,
Yeah.
with
it
him.
was like everything
I
was
sent
going with the ball. I'm
I
like, what
should
the
have sent
fuck
you the
is that?
video.
You
There's
know,
this lady who she made a bunch of different YouTubers, like AI YouTubers. You can't tell. Can't tell.
Yeah, man, that shit is
you could tell it's a
crazy.
glitch somewhere because they
You,
have to
man,
protect
some of those, if it don't glitch, some of it is so smooth. And like even the background moving and shit, like the whole
Yeah.
everybody in the background is
Shadows,
AI. Like,
wrinkles,
oh
everything.
shit, yeah. Some of that shit is they using that. I got that same engine. Like when I researched it, but the engine I got, they got a newer version. But it's called what is this shit called? That Nvidia. That fucking
Oh,
engine. Like
there's
if
one
you look
better
at
than that.
the
Yeah.
better than the one when
Yeah,
I was
there's one even
watching.
better than that.
Is it their newer model? Because this company is like taking over the AI creation.
because people
I don't know
don't
if it's
really
owned
realize. Let
by the
me ask you a
same.
question. When was the first time y'all ever noticed AI?
Oh, 6 years ago.
Like 3, 4 year, maybe yeah, like
I know way
four
before that.
years
The
ago.
first
It
time
was
I
after COVID.
All right, word is around my
oh
age,
man,
and
that's a
Gary.
cold.
Listen, word is around my age, and Gary is older than us. So let's see if he remembers this. I was having a conversation with somebody and it triggered my mind, right? Do y'all remember the first what is it called? Final Fantasy movie? Final, I think it is the Final
Oh,
Yeah,
Fantasy,
you
like the
talk about
CGI.
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 where
Yeah,
they looked at like they were actual humans, but they were CGIs, right? That was
Yeah.
the
yeah.
actual first AI app.
Yeah, you're right. You're
No,
right.
it was way before Final Fantasy.
Before that,
That's
yeah.
what I'm
What
saying.
I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
that
There
the
I
was
first
seen
movies.
this
one,
shit
let me put it
the
like this:
first
that was
time
the
I.
first AI app that they actually introduced to the world. Unless y'all know of another one that a lot of us from my generation. That's why I said, see, word is around my age, but Gary's
Yeah,
a little older.
I've been saying AI since '97, like '96, '97. They've been
Well, it
using
depends
different
what kind
forms
of
of.
AI too.
You see
Yeah,
my
it's
point?
different
Yeah,
forms of
it's
AI.
around the mid
But
'90s.
So I'm not so
but when
shocked because it's just that they're perfecting it. But what's crazy is if they really
oh,
perfected it,
everything,
they would give us the engineering that they're using over there for their movies and their shows and their shit. You see
It's
where I'm
been
coming from?
perfected, and they slowly
Exactly.
released it slowly to the public, so they
There
start
you
getting used
go.
to it,
yeah.
so we don't freak
Word.
out.
You know who triggered this one day? I think I was watching Word. I think this was like one of his live, like 2.5 years ago, maybe three, around the time that I started coming around his panel. He was speaking about that. I need Word to go back a little bit and think about it. I think he was talking about the illusions and all that shit. Like I said, once again, I'm sure he goes down rabbit holes.
Like when I remember I came on your channel and they talking about cyborgs. I'm like, man, y'all been cyborgs. So you just looking at it the wrong
Yeah.
way. like all this shit, like people, they done conditioned you to look for one thing while they implementing something else.
Hmm.
That's why I say most people are sheep, bro. Most people are fucking. They already AI. We are the AIs,
Well,
bro.
Oh,
To
is
be
a
honest with
hologram
you,
AI? Is that considered AI, like a hologram?
that's
Because you
considered
know
CGI.
AI is simply.
they've done
And I think
holograms of people that passed
this
away.
is what you
Like,
look, first. You got to understand what AI is. Artificial intelligence.
There you go.
That's
yeah.
what AI is.
So
That's all
anything
AI is.
artificial intelligence, like even
Is an
like
artificial form of
our
intelligence.
cell
Now,
phones.
and a person can be an AI. Now, listen to what I'm telling you. Most people are fucking AIs because the intellect that they have is artificial, and they're
Okay, no, you gotta
reproducing the
stop right
shit.
there.
Slow
What are
down,
you talking
Word.
about?
Listen, listen, listen. Listen, Word. This is
I
like,
tell
oh,
you,
hold on, wait a minute. Look,
rabbit
Word, let me
hole,
explain
take
it to
you out
you.
to a wormhole. We're gonna go through a fucking wormhole if you're fucking with me. I'm in that mood.
No,
We're gonna go
listen,
through a
take this
wormhole.
Stop
like,
it right
listen,
there,
listen,
double
take
M.
this. Listen, you got to take this like if you're taking you're taking your wife on the first time, y'all gonna go do it. Nice and easy,
I can't do that.
slow,
I can't. If I
steady.
simplify, they gonna come Kennedy me, man. They go JFK my ass. I'm straight. That's why
You
I be
gotta go
telling y'all
slow and
things the way I
steady.
be telling y'all, man.
No,
The
but you
people
just
are the
use
first.
commander.
Look, bro.
Well, like so. Never mind. I never mind.
Hold it right
If
there,
Slow and
double
steady
M.
word.
if
Slow
they
and steady word.
listen, listen. So take the concept itself, artificial intelligence. So this is a non-natural form of intellect, right? So when I be telling people they done programmed you, they desensitize you, they conditioned you, that's a form, that's how they acclimated the artificial intelligence. They're literally fucking programming you to think one way. And now you go out and produce
Okay, I see
with
what you're
those.
saying.
So we are the original AI.
But that's
We looking for some,
manipulation. They haven't
you can
implanted
call
like
it
something
MK
in us
Ultra,
other than
you
like
can call it
brainwashing.
what you can call it brainwashing, you can call it MK Ultra. What it is fucking laziness, and people don't want to think for themselves, so they allow other people to think. And the people who smart know that shit, so they give them things to think about and give them ways to think. And that's how the
Yeah.
what the easiest way to control somebody is to think that to allow
So
them to
we're
think
all
they.
controlled.
Hell
All,
yeah!
even when we
So
don't think like I know there's things that yeah,
I'm gonna
I know
tell
what
you how
you mean.
you control, right? What I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna just show everybody. What race are you, Commander?
I'm
huh?
Caucasian.
Okay. What's your belief system?
What do you mean? What's my belief system? What does that mean?
What you believe in? Like, what's your religion? or what
I believe
Believe
in
in
religion
God.
you
God,
believe?
Jesus.
God.
Or you believe in God?
I believe in
Okay,
God, Jesus, the
you ain't
universe.
gotta say your name, right? I don't want you saying you're putting none of your business out here. But that name was given to you, right? That's not something you
Yeah,
chose,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I didn't
right?
even choose to be
Your
here.
social security number, that's something that was given to you, right? It's
Yeah.
not something
So we're all
you ain't even
bots.
agree to that shit.
Damn it.
And we all bots, bro. We all bots.
I mean, Commander Funny is
But I want to be a
We all
free
bots. It's
human.
impossible. It's
But
only thing you can be
nobody's
free.
free.
No, you can only thing you can do freely is think. And you can't even say your free thoughts out loud all the time. I'm gonna say all the time. But that's the only thing you get free is a
But
thought.
word,
And
I
shit else
I
free.
really think, I'm telling you, because there's sometimes I think of something and it's not even that the phone is listening anymore. It's like like the brain waves. I think that's already a thing. I
No.
honestly
It,
think that
it,
they can read our brain
right.
waves
You don't want to know about that shit. You really don't want to know. You really
because
want
I
to
can
know.
just
I
think
mean,
of
people.
something and then it pops up. I mean, I know
Now
that
you
that could be
said
like manifestation, but these are like stupid things. I'm not trying to manifest, you know.
now. Now we can all agree that the more we interact with a device, it learns our
Yeah, it
patterns,
gets to
right? We can
know
agree
us,
on
and
that,
then
right?
so it's like
It gets
predicting the pattern. But how does it predict
it's
it at the
predicting your
right
pattern.
moment?
I'm
Like
gonna
at the
leave it. I'm gonna
right
leave it
moment.
at that because if I go any further, then y'all gonna have to put 10 full hats on and shit. If I
I
go
mean,
any
I
further
agree
than
with
that,
that. I agree with
but
that.
if that's a possibility, what's the
But
next
they've
step?
perfected it then,
Man, that shit been perfected, bro. This
because
whole shit is experiment. Y'all lab rats. We all
some
fucking lab
experiment
rats,
though.
man. It's just about how you go. That's why, like, when people be talking about social injustice and all this shit, man, none of that shit really matter, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, none of that shit fucking matter at the end of the day. If you can't think freely, all that shit go affect you. All that shit you participate in unwillingly.
we can't even
Subconsciously, you
travel
participate
freely.
in
We
it.
can't even travel freely
Nah, bro, you
without
need to,
like a
now,
license, paying a toll road, taxes.
now think about this. What is a driver's license?
Hmm.
What does that allows you? What do you even know what a driver license allows you to do?
It allows us to not transport, but what do you call it? Travel.
No,
Okay, what is
you
it?
don't need a
It
license to
allows them to
travel.
give us tickets. Well, we're not
It
supposed to,
allows
but
you to transport commerce. That's what a driver license allows you. Allows you to transport commerce. You
yeah, they
are
say that.
allowed.
They say, "Oh, if you're not transporting commerce, right, then you don't need a license." But I see people get arrested.
You can get arrested, but you can go fight that too. I remember I only
How
did
many
this shit
people get
one
away with
time.
it? Like
I
very
did this
few
shit
people.
one time. I did it one time and got away with it. I had my license and I told the officer, I'm like, I am not driving. I'm traveling. I have no commerce in the car. And he looked at me. And he was like, get your ass out of here. Didn't even ask me for my license no more. I did it one time and got away with it. Never tried it again. Never will. I'm
I've
good.
seen
It
videos
ain't
where
worth
people
it.
get away with it, but I've seen more videos of people
Video.
that don't
It
get away
depends
with
who the
it.
cop is. That's what it depends on the cop. But
It depends
honestly,
on
to
the
be honest with you,
day. It depends on how
it
you say
depends on.
things, on a lot of things. But it should
Man,
be
it depends on the
like a
cop if he will
universal.
accept that shit or not. Because the cop will do shit and then say, "See you in court,"
Yeah,
even if they know they. I mean, it's up to the
yeah.
cop.
It's
That's what
it's
it boils down
horrible.
to. Because I mean, the cop can go to court and you can battle that shit, and the cop will win or lose. But it all depends on the cop. If you catch the right cop on the right day, he'll let you go, and that's how I chalk that shit up. That's why I never tried it again. Because it sounds good and it's
Hmm.
law, but they can still arrest you. They can still arrest you. You can say,
Yeah,
man, they can
it's
arrest you
risky.
for whistling if they want to. They can, and then they have to deal with it later. They have that
Yeah.
authority. Put cuffs on you, put you in the car, take you down for whatever the fuck they feel like. You
Well,
can
I
say your
mean,
rights
just the
and all that
minute
shit. That
that
shit
you
don't
claim
matter.
rights, just that alone pisses them
Mhm.
off. So
Yeah.
that alone makes you a target. And don't you dare
Hmm.
hurt their ego.
She
Mm-mm.
said, "Don't hurt their
It's
ego."
over.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It depends on the cop.
all that stuff like really makes me angry.
All your
I
rights
just
is your rights are allowed. That's that's what I'm saying. Motherfuckers talk about we free. No, we are allowed. We ain't fucking free. As long as we do what we supposed to do, yeah, we don't get bothered. Most of the time. I ain't gonna
you're
say all the time.
rarely allowed to fish, even with you need a license to even just catch fish,
Yeah, the hunt.
to hunt, to fly
Yeah.
a drone, to
Yeah.
lots of
To use
things.
the CB radio. I mean, one of the ones you gotta get license from
Yeah,
SCC.
and there's a list out there with your name on it. I went and looked at the
Yes.
list. You can see the list, all the names and like the states they're in. I don't think it says a city. Mhm.
Yeah, that shit. You go, they're free. Yeah, you take taxes. That's fucking they're free. Man, taxes ain't shit free, bro. Just accept it
Writers,
and learn how to work it because other people work the shit out of that shit. You can too. You just gotta first accept the fact that your ass ain't free.
I want to ask Writers because she's in like a populated like city area. Do they have cameras like everywhere or
Yeah.
just on street lights?
No, they got them everywhere.
Yeah. You think
My
it's a
mom
good
had that
thing or
shit. But
you think it's good or no?
I mean, I don't care. I mean, it don't affect me. So
That was a word answer. I'm proud of you, writers.
what?
He
That
said you
that
don't
You
was a
get
care.
word
everywhere.
answer.
That was a,
Oh shit, you funny.
I don't care. It doesn't affect me.
It doesn't. I mean, I've seen when they put them drones up years back, people still don't know there's cameras on every pole like dummies.
Man, I didn't like that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I felt like, man, I don't know. I didn't like that shit. I still don't like it, but
I wasn't
that's
doing
just
nothing
what it
wrong.
is.
Listen, we're in a public place.
I
You see
ain't
where
the
I'm coming
fact that
from?
I'm.
So it's kind of like, as long as it's not in our houses, they don't invade our houses. I don't care. You see where I'm coming from? Out there in them streets, I don't do shit wrong. Now in my house, I do care because my personal time. You see, like all of us when we're in a relationship, we don't want nobody invading our shit. It's private.
You know, what the
You see where I'm
motherfuckers
coming from?
saying.
But out
Motherfuckers.
Oh,
here,
but
I'm out here. I'm an angel in the streets, so y'all can record all y'all want.
you know they have X-ray. You know they have X-ray vision.
I was about to
Like
say, man, you don't know what
they can
kind of
see right
fucking
through your
cameras
house. Like you know that,
they can
right? Like
see.
law
Oh, you know when
enforcement,
they do that shit. You can tell when they
and they
do that.
tap your phones.
Oh, we know they tap the phones. You
It
can tell
happened
when
to
they
one of
tap
my
them. But
I
guess
neighbors.
didn't.
what?
I
I
don't
don't
like
have
when they was putting
landlines.
them.
I don't have a
What is
landline. I have a
them
cell
gun?
phone. You
You
can
know,
tell
the
when they
gun. Oh,
tap
that's
their
even
shit.
easier. That's even easier to fuck.
Mm-hmm. You can tell that.
That's good.
But if you know
But
about
them
phones, you know
line, you
about
gotta actually get up there and do some physical work. The
that.
You
cell
know,
phone
for
shit, they ain't gotta do nothing. They just gotta be in range to pick up the signal, and they good.
No,
They
see,
got this shit.
the landline, what's crazy is on some cell phones, people can turn off their locations and block certain shit. If you know about fucking phones,
it
I've
doesn't
seen some
even
people do
matter
that
though.
shit. On a landline, it's easier for them to get your location. And you could tell that, especially by the police department. I don't know if you get where I'm coming from. Like, it's crazy as shit. I figured this shit out, looking, researching,
Oh,
like,
You know
about
what's
the track. And you know what got me on that? Got me curious about that shit. This damn show my baby pops put me on a few years back called I think it's called The Wire. Like, I started researching and going deep into that show. Like, can they do this shit? Can they invade your privacy? Can they da da da? I was like, oh snap! The shit I found out.
I mean, of course, the landline got your location with the landline.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But even a cell phone, man, you can turn all that shit off and they can turn it right back on.
you can
get.
still you
But
could
you know who could do that shit? It has to be
Mhm.
higher than the police department. That's why I sit here and I'm like, I'm glad I don't do
Mm.
shit. I'm glad I'm not into
Man,
none
they
of
ain't
that
gotta be no higher, bro.
but you know what they
I
say?
know people. Listen to what I'm telling you. I know people who can do that shit. And they ain't got shit to do with the law enforcement.
Word, don't talk
I'm
about your
gonna get hired
friends
than that.
online.
That shit,
Chill. Keep them a
the
secret.
hacker frequency.
You heard word? Keep your
I
hacker
don't know
friends a
what about
secret
it.
for when the grid goes down. We can figure
Pretty
out how to
good.
get shit back online.
You can put your phone in the little tinfoil
Yeah,
sandwich bag. Um,
Yeah. Only
yeah.
way that
no,
shit
but
works if you take the SIM card out. But I'm
We're
telling
talking
you,
like
I don't see it.
okay.
Yeah, money
I
on
got
the
a few
phone.
things to say. One is in court, when they show that you've turned off your phone and you like things like that, that's even more incriminating that at the time of the crime because people rarely leave their phones at home, rarely turn off their phones. Like they've said that's even more incriminating. But listen,
It
I've
is.
seen a couple court cases where they bring these officers that do nothing but like do the cell phone stuff, and they'll actually say how the person was holding the phone, if they had it sideways,
Yeah,
like every single
Mhm.
thing, every single movement on the phone is
Yeah,
tracked.
everything.
the phone
Remember
is
how
tracking everything itself. The phone is uh,
that's the biggest threat.
artificial intelligence itself.
They say,
Like
oh,
they can
oh, so
tell.
who moved your phone? Oh, you said you were sleeping and you were at home. Well, then who was moving
Think
your phone,
about
walking
this.
around the house, cleaning up
Think
all the
about this.
evidence?
He,
Think about
she
this.
said, "You know all that."
Do you have do you is your phone capable of tracking your step?
Yep.
Yes, it is.
You see what I'm saying? Right there.
All of
That
that.
phone my phone tell me when I'm sitting down too long. And don't
It
have a
even
smartwatch. Don't have a fucking smartwatch. That motherfucker tell me my heart rate and all that shit too. So like
go look at
don't have that shit.
the Murdoch trial, where his wife and son were unalived. Well, he was convicted for it, but it tracked all his movement, even how like his steps, when he went faster, when he went slower, like
Mhm.
everything.
Well, let me chill, man, because my kids be using my phone. One day they might do some shit, and I might get caught up for that
Oh
shit.
wait, and not only that, guess what? Your cars, if you got obviously like newer cars, those track everything too. Your car will track
All
where
and
you went, how many
you
miles, like all of it.
do you know I don't know if it's still current, but OnStar, like when you got OnStar, I know when you first had it, and I think even now. Now they say it don't record until you no, all that shit is constantly monitored. I know because
Oh yes.
I
Oh
was
yes.
cool with a girl who worked there. He was like, they don't listen to it. They only go back. Like if somebody get in a car accident, they can go
Yeah.
back and listen to the whole ride and see what
They're
happened
always
because
listening.
everything is recorded. Like everything is stored. They call it stored. They ain't gonna say recorded, like it's legal term. But
Let me.
like as soon as you turn the car on, everything is it's stored, and they
And
can
Mhm.
it
go
knows.
back.
And it
Like
knows when you
when something happened, now they can go back and basically pinpoint when it happened because
okay,
everything is
so
stored.
even when you enter neighborhoods, like okay, so there was this neighborhood where a kid went missing. So they went and looked at all the vehicles that came into the neighborhood that have like whatever Wi-Fi or whatever it is, I don't know, but it tracks each vehicle. So they went to go look, even though they had no idea, they didn't have it on camera. They could go track all the
Mhm.
vehicles that were in that neighborhood just based on whatever
Yeah.
tower. Yeah,
It's like
but you know what?
the
Hmm.
vans, the PP, them parking authority vans, the ones that be putting them little, what you call them things, the boots on the cars and stuff like that. They got them little scanners that could tell you, like,
Mhm.
even if you block your license plate, they know that your car is the one that owes all this money. They gotta put a boot on it. I'm saying, oh, I noticed that shit when I was like, you've gotta be kidding me. How in the world that you noticed that this car it was supposed to get a boot? Like they took the license plate off and everything. I'm saying, here, like, get the fuck out of here.
So there's this 22-year-old that just got arrested. He was driving a Tesla, and he ran into a 50-some-year-old man on a motorcycle.
Oh
And I think
shit.
he was trying to say like it was an accident, but he's riding a Tesla. Teslas are recording all the views around your
Mhm.
car, even when it's parked and it's just like off and you go inside your house, it's still recording. And
Mm-hmm.
it got the whole thing, and it showed that it was like road rage. But what I was tripping out on is if you know how like if you record your computer on your phone, it's like you know how it looks different. Have you guys noticed that?
Yeah.
Like it kind of
Yeah.
flickers okay, so if you record a Tesla, it's like a computer, like the whole thing, like the backlights, the lights inside the car. If you record it, because like my security cameras record it, and it like flickers like a computer, like all the lights and everything. It's like that.
It's the pixels that is shooting at.
But I didn't even think like why the lights? Whatever lights are, it's like the same as a computer, but like they say they want us using electric cars, and I'm like, okay, they just want to have these electric cars with built-in cameras and all the stuff. But I took my car in for like a oil change. I'm not gonna say what kind of car I drive, but when I left, I noticed, like I don't think I noticed right away, but there was a little sticker that said like I'd have to call to tell them like I don't want to be recorded.
Mm.
So I think they installed something or they activated something in my car
That's great.
without
That's
my
why I'm
permission,
give
without
me an
telling me.
old school, give me an old school box set. You ain't gonna worry about that with analog phones. I'm good. But no, I mean, I feel what Rachel was saying too about I mean doing that. But I mean, my thing is too, the more we already got limited rights, and the more we relinquish, the less we have, and eventually we ain't gonna have shit, bro.
But how you
We
gonna
ain't
buy
gonna
a
have black
car
ass, bro.
You know what's
and
the
I guess
craziest?
like you don't notice what you're signing? Cause how
Hmm.
you gonna
Yeah,
buy a
you gotta
car? It's
read that
yours
shit.
and they're recording you everything.
You gotta read that shit, man. A lot of that shit be in that agreement. That's what I say. Most of them, bro, we test them. Most people don't know the average person can test them.
You know, I don't know if it's
That's why
true
they
because I've
get
never taken
contracts.
apart like a TV, but they say that the TVs have cameras.
I don't know about that. I ain't taken apart a TV in a long time. I mean, I don't know. A lot of that stuff, I'm pretty sure some of them do,
It ain't
but a
the
lot of that
all
stuff sounds
TVs. It
conspiracy.
goes.
Like,
It's more towards the. I know what people are talking about, and it's more towards the smart TVs. You see where I'm coming from? There are some,
Yeah,
but you got
the
to
fire
realize,
TV and stuff like that.
is the TVs that you could connect a tower to. You see where I'm coming from? So it's not just a regular TV. It's also a monitor. I don't know if I'm explaining it right to y'all or what, but there's a whole bunch of TVs that are like that, and some do have cameras in it. But it's not a regular TV like people think.
Well, most people have
I
smart
just,
TVs.
I just feel like this is with, oh man, how do I say it? Um, like for them to, for even for the government to try to even care about every single individual, I don't think they go to that extent, bro.
Mhm.
They're just putting cameras in everybody. I don't think they. But when they
Now,
want one
people
in
gotta
that
work.
motherfucker, they would put it in there. They would put it in
Nah,
there.
but if you're on
I
Yeah,
their
tell you that.
on their
yep.
radar,
No, word is right on what
Yeah,
you're
that's what
saying.
I'm saying.
But
When they
people
want
gotta
it in
work
there, it's in there. But the
fast.
average that's too much hassle, man. And
Exactly.
monitoring too much people, that's counterproductive, man. I'm just talking about just from the I ain't even gonna get into that. Just from what I know, that's just counterproductive. But if they want one in there, it'll definitely be in your house. There ain't shit you
Facts.
can do about it. There ain't shit. I don't care how many alarm systems you got. There's some bad motherfuckers on this planet. They get in and out. You won't even notice they was ever
Now, one thing I can tell y'all is I've done some videos and I've done some research on, but now you don't gotta worry with the government on that. But I could sit here and say the hackers could be your biggest problem. You see where I'm coming from when it comes to devices like that. Your hacker can hack into your camera. A hacker can hack into your email. You see where I'm coming. Those are the type of people you gotta worry about, not the government itself.
well, I met a guy like he said that his wife's phone got hacked and that it I don't know. But I'm like, is that real?
Yeah,
I
Nah,
don't know.
no, people
it's
people
bad.
home like that's why like I got cameras outside my home. Everything inside my home is my own private cameras and they wired because I know people who can get into shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I
If
know
it's
people who can get
wired, it's
into shit
less
like that.
likely because it's wired. But if you're
'Cause
on
they
like
gotta come in and do a
Wi-Fi,
hard tap.
Bluetooth,
They gotta come in, yeah, they gotta come and do a hard tap if it's wired. That's the
and they
only way
have
they gonna get
scramblers. They have supposedly they have
yeah.
scramblers that can scramble your security cams if they're like on Wi-Fi, so that
Man,
they
you
can
ain't even
go
gotta do that.
whatever.
Man, I ain't even about to say that. Y'all remember back in the day they had that what was that that it was Brinks and ADT going at it and and
Mm-hmm.
the person from ADT was like, well, you don't want nobody come in cutting your phone line and now your alarm system will get out to the like, bro, you just told them how to bypass the alarm system on commercial. Like that shit
Right.
crazy. Crazy as hell, bro. And when I first seen that, I looked at my mama like, bro, they just told people how to break into people's shit. She
That shit
started
goes
laughing
both
like,
ways.
Yeah, it went over people's heads. Shit, it ain't go over a lot of people's head because you start
This was a
cursing
show,
out
right?
people cutting the
Or a
head.
movie you're
It was
talking
a
about?
commercial.
Oh, it was
It
a
was a
commercial.
No, that's a
commercial.
See?
commercial.
A
There you go.
That
That's
commercial.
why,
shit.
because to people
What?
it's entertainment. And I say this a lot. People don't listen to the message. They look at the entertainment, and a lot of stuff that be said on TV goes over a lot of people's heads.
What up, Blue Lotus? We got Blue Lotus in the chat. We got classy
Blue, what up
responses with
though?
Amber. She said, "What's going on in
Amber, what
here?"
up
Welcome in,
though?
Amber.
What's going on? My bad, I didn't even see everybody. My phone is- I'm
Blessings,
outside
blessings to
soaking.
everybody in the chat.
Hey, check this out, writers. I got this new joint. What is it called? This shit kind of fly, man. It's called
Wait, the Jamaican just came out of
caramel.
out of
It's
where?
called caramel cookie. It's called caramel cookie cream. This shit fly. And I had some cherry skunk earlier. That shit fly.
Wait. Oh, I was like, "Where'd you buy that?" Sounds delicious. Were you talking about something else?
It's fucking delicious.
I thought it was like a new ice cream or something.
But Commander got the munchies.
I love sweets.
She got that sweet tooth. But mommy, I just want to stay home and bake cookies with you all day. I bet you y'all can't figure out what movie that's from.
What if I got attached to my character? On my phone on Bill Proctor.
Bill Proctor.
See?
Bob. Is it Bill or Bob?
Bob Proctor.
Billy Bob.
What's going on there? Hey, Classy, we just talking. We was talking. They just
Yeah.
keeping me
Bob Barker.
Bob Barker was the man, bro, back in the day. Bob Barker was the man. Bob Barker. Everybody knew Bob Barker. I'm just fucking talking.
They
But,
sure did know
that
Bob
cartoon?
Barker.
Or is there a Bob Burger
They
for real out here?
Bob
I don't know about
Barker,
But
boy, he making it happen.
Hey, what'd you say, Blue Lotus? She just grabbed Brain Cells Tracker, the phone, to comment. Your phone tracker.
Oh,
A
Hey,
Who
phone
doesn't
counting
have a
steps.
cell phone? Like even homeless people have cell phones.
yep, they do. You know what's crazy?
let me
though?
ask
I
y'all
keep
this.
saying it. Oh, my bad.
Nah, especially you, Rick. Let me ask y'all this. Like, man, I keep hearing all these conversations about like male and female as far as like the dysfunction between the two. And the more and more I hear it, it just sounds like projection to me. Like people projecting their own personal experiences versus saying like this is my problem. They're saying this is a societal problem. Because I don't see this shit when I go outside. I mean, you see the shit on social media,
It's a social
but
media.
That's the same question I've
yeah,
been asking in the past few lives, and nobody got an answer to that.
It's a myth.
because
It's a myth.
it's like in my world, right? I'm gonna say I'm in a bubble. Maybe I don't see it, but in my world, when we see stuff like that, or when stuff like that happen, a dysfunction between men and women, what we often say is, "Okay, y'all got to work on that."
No, but I've
Versus,
met guys who tell me like that, oh, they can't meet, like they're like, oh, I wish you weren't married, like there's not good girls out there, like things like that. I have heard guys say that, but I don't know if they're just like,
I hear people
Because
say that, but and then you know what I tell them? Where the fuck is you looking at? And then you start seeing the environments people put themselves in,
exactly,
and you think you gonna find a quality person in this type of environment?
let me tell
Like,
you,
no, let's be. I mean, just being real.
that,
If you if you looking for a good person in an environment with people with polished minds, you can find a diamond in the rough. You just gonna be looking for a man.
you know, but it's like you said. Just listen, people got a type, and you've talked about that on certain lives too. And I've peeped that about a lot of people, right? Because listen, I know somebody that I was close to for a long time. We grew up with each other and everything. I had to cut ties with this person because at the end of the day, you see where I'm coming from. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And I'm not going to sit here and, how can I say, sugarcoat and cuddle somebody, right? When this person keeps getting themselves in the same messes. It's like, constantly, right? This person keeps saying, I can't be happy, I can't this, right? They wanted a child, even though the other person didn't want a child. They found a way, they got pregnant, had this child. You see where I'm coming from? Even though the other person didn't want to be, didn't want no child, wasn't ready for no child. Now, after she had this child, started complaining, right? Now, this child is suffering, and I'm going to keep saying it, right? And all because she wanted to get pregnant, didn't matter about who, right? But now, right, there was a point in time where she found somebody, but after she's played so many niggas, so many men, let me say it like that, right? She's had so many good men in her, like in her life that wanted her, but she sat here and pushed them to the curb, did them dirty to sit here and kiss, I'm gonna call them bums. Because when they depend off of you, they ain't shit. They're not men. They're little boys pretending to be fucking men. But women constantly look for these type of fucking men. Why you not happy? Because you won't fucking look for change. You've had good men, but you've pushed those to the side, did them, and I've seen this. That's why I was like, I get where people coming from, but it's like where it says you must want the change. That's
I've
why I
seen
said
girls
I'm
that they don't know how to act. Like they literally
listen,
don't know how to act. Like it's common
Commander,
sense.
listen, this shit gets deeper.
And
I had to cut her off because I'm happy in the way that I am. You see, doing what I'm doing, but this person, along with other people, is like, oh, they gonna do you like this. You gotta let this person go. I'm saying here, why? Because you went through what you went through. I'm not going through the same thing. I'm not feeling the same thing, and I'm not experiencing the same thing. Because you've decided to sit here and keep choosing bad men doesn't mean that I gotta let what's good for me go. Because in your head, they're gonna do me dirty.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
see where
I've
I'm
had that
coming
too.
from? So I
Hmm.
had to sit here and look at it like, wait, what the fuck am I being surrounding myself with?
I think this would be a more honest conversation. If people didn't say it wasn't no good men or good women, if they said it's hard to find someone attractive that got good character, I think that's a more honest conversation
That's what I'm saying.
versus saying ain't no good men or women. Because like Gary always said, most people what they fall in lust with, I would say lust, but what most people fall in love with is what's on the outside, and they don't really take the time to know what's on the inside. So once that
Facts.
time is spent and they start realizing like, yeah, everything on the outside good, they probably got a good job, money, attractive, but the inside is shit.
Yeah,
And now they unhappy. And now they think, okay, this is just how everybody is. No, that's just because you suck at picking your mate. You suck at it. Get better
exactly.
at it. And sometimes you gotta work on yourself. It be you. You be attracted to all these
Yeah.
months. I'm talking from personal experience now. So when I say you, I
Okay, it's
mean
mostly
like,
that word though.
Yep.
but I had to learn like I was only attracting what like if you go fishing, right? The bait that I had to use was shit bait, so I was catching shit fish. When I upgraded my line, my fishing pole, and the bait I used, I caught a bigger fish, and that's what it be. Sometimes it's like it's you, like the places you go, the environment you live in, and the
Facts.
sooner you accept it, the sooner you can start better in that. And when you start better in that, you get different results outside. You start attracting other things. Like most people, I mean, like I said, we all like to look highly of ourselves, but most people be lying like a motherfucker to themselves. They ain't shit. And that's why they keep attracting ain't shit things
That's
in
a
life.
fact.
That's just what it is. You think you value yourself as a high quality. Like you might be thinking of yourself as steak, but you really spam, and you keep wondering why you getting spam nuggets around you. That's because you just because your package say steak, they open that motherfucker. That's just spam, bro. The outside look good, but the inside ain't shit, bro. If y'all don't get what I'm saying, outside, that's what
They
most
think
people
it's
be working on,
caviar that's
right? They
tuna
look.
fish.
Let me go work out. Let me go run. Let me go put makeup on. Let me put these big ass eyelash. All this shit you doing to make the outside look pretty, but the inside still ain't shit.
That's
And
a
that's
fact.
what it be. And you wondering why you ain't getting shit things. Like it used to trip me out. Like females like, oh man, always hitting on me. Well, what the fuck you walking out the house with your ass and tits out for? What you think they gonna do? Well, I'm doing this because it made me feel good. Well, that shit come with something. Ignorant motherfuckers hitting on you. That's what's gonna happen. And then you walk out looking like a classy lady. It's not a lot of people go approach you. They go except for the people who think they worthy of approaching you. You will get some riffraff trying to holler at you. But you carry yourself like that, motherfuckers gonna be attentive. I'm just being real. Motherfucker, like, look, if I go out
Crazy.
with a hoodie on and some Timbs and shit, it might be some hood rat who try to hit on me. But when I walk with a suit, they don't fuck with me. It be the classier women,
Mhm.
you know.
Okay.
I'm just being real, man. You walk out looking like a hoe, you gonna get treated like one. You walk out looking like a woman, you gonna get treated like one. Most of the time, the higher percentage is most of the time. You know, I mean,
Mhm.
ain't no. Hey, look, I'm just being real, man. It's the bait y'all using, man.
And you gotta
I
It's the
think it
bait.
depends where you live too, though.
you
The
gotta be careful.
environment. You know,
Yep.
all these are
Yeah.
factors. The environment too.
And then
I mean, like
people
I
is
said,
who
you'll
they
find a
attract
diamond
to.
in the rough now. Don't get me wrong, you'll find a diamond in the rough. But it's exactly what I'm saying. It's a diamond found in the rough. You know, I mean, I don't know how many diamonds gonna be here, but you can get a couple from out there.
Dude,
Versus going to a diamond mine, you go to a diamond mine, it's gonna be diamonds all around. But
and that's
you know,
true.
you'll find one
Listen,
out.
I had a neighbor next to me, right? That I think I said it to you one time, right? Where there was this. I'm not sure if I think I talked about it one day on my panel because they was making noise one day. We was on a live. I'm not sure if it was on your live or somebody, but listen, I had a neighbor, right? And she used to get her ass whooped all the time. We used to hear it through our walls. She used to get thrown down the steps, everything. Yo, cops getting called all the time, but she wouldn't leave the bull, right? So, mind you, one day she decided she grabbed her shit. Somebody got in her head real good, and I'm glad they did. They convinced her to get the fuck out. She got out. They got her into a shelter and everything. It took a little bit. It took her to have some distance from the bull. I don't know if it's that she wasn't used to it or if it was the PTSD. You know, she was used to men like that. But it took for this lady to help her out, for her to finally get away and do better. Because now she's doing better. Now she's got a job. She's I think I think the bull that she's working for got a good paid, great job. You see where I'm coming from? He's not in the house all the time getting high, depending on a check, beating her ass. So, like Bird just said, you have to want that change, and Word has says that time after time. You are sometimes what you attract. You see where I'm coming from? So it's like
And
it's
then
hard. Like
sometimes
even
people
though
like that are scared to get into another relationship and they just focus on themselves so
that's
much
my whole
and
point.
they're
You're scared
scared.
to get in another relationship, but you hop into it, and that was the issue that she was having. You see
But
where I'm coming from?
you
And
gotta.
Word has talked
There,
about that before. We don't take the time to look
But
into
it's
the
not being
relationships we
afraid.
get into.
It's 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 not being afraid if they're comfortable in that situation. They'll
Mhm.
rather go back to that and instead of improving themselves to see that their worth is better than what they think it is.
Right.
So they're gonna go right back to that, and that's the sad part because their preferences are all on the outside instead of the inside. Well, I just want like if somebody
oh
say I
shit.
want somebody to love me for me. Okay, now you got to look at yourself. What is there to love about you, right?
Mhm.
If you don't have nothing to love about yourself, who the hell gonna love just anything about you? You
I
don't even
don't
know what to
love you.
love about yourself.
Facts.
So how does that work?
And
This
that's
is what
why I
I'm
said
saying. So instead
the
of that,
shorty needed
they
some
go
time,
with the
some
6 foot
distance.
tall and Coke
Mhm.
bottle, the Coke bottle girl, and the 6 pack man, and all these other nonsensical things. Instead of hey, what will bring me joy inside? What will bring me peace into my mind, my heart, my soul, whatever. They do the things of the outside, like the rest of the people in the world, the outside world. Because if they're doing things on the inside, they would attract the things that will make their insides be fulfilled. But you know, well, it's spirit. Let me
You,
say that. I said that wrong, but whatever. But
you, you know what? And this.
they,
Oh my bad. Go ahead.
they yeah. No, go ahead, go ahead.
Oh no, I wasn't about to say nothing profound about right now. It was
Hot
actually probably
potato, hot
just
potato. Sorry.
Uh,
They said
I'm
go
just
ahead. You go
saying, it's
ahead.
just a lot.
All
No,
right,
it's
Derek.
just like a lot of time. Like you can, and then you can tell when the person is battered because some men do it too, right? They be like, "Well, I really want this person to be a person that could make me happy." that's when you know when they hurt, because can't nobody make you happy. They can add to your happiness. They can't make you happy. You have to be happy already. You have to have
Facts.
these things already. And they be giving it so many people give it away like it's a
Give it
doll
away, give it away, give it away.
that
No.
when it's over with, they don't know they don't have nothing with it. So that's the difference.
Yep.
I was about to say, it is a myth that ugly girls got nice personalities too.
Huh?
I'm dating some ugly girls with some shitty personalities. I just wanted to add that's a myth. That's not true.
Or ugly guys are gonna treat you better. Nah.
Yeah, that's not true.
Oh, that's a myth.
Ugly
Yeah.
people, some ugly people, ugly on the outside and the inside.
That's some real
No,
shit.
not all.
But true
No.
beauty is really on the inside on some real shit though. It's just that not everybody has it.
And light-skinned black men aren't the devil.
I am dead. Who said that?
Hey, the
Wait a minute.
devil.
Wait, what?
I see all these
Oh.
light-skinned black men get turned down on Pop the Balloon and like
Oh,
Penguin.
yo, wait. Pop the Balloon has gone like a whole bunch of ways. Is it different Pop the Balloons or is it just one show?
Yeah,
Nah,
I've
it's
seen
it's
different.
some.
virtual now.
Everybody doing it. Man.
Oh, okay. Because
What
I've
is
seen
this,
some crazy
BJ?
shit. Like I've seen some
I've been
guys
watching.
dating guys on this shit. I'm like, wait, no, I'm done.
I
Now,
ain't
when
doing
I saw this, I was done. I was
They have
like,
one for
wait
old
a
people now
minute.
too,
What?
like senior citizens.
Okay.
Not the senior citizen.
No, that's the one in Kensington. That shit was. I was like, I'm going to hell for doing this.
Like
I
I've
see
been
one in
watching Love
Spanish.
Island.
Oh
I've been
no,
watching Love
Lord.
Island, and no, I'm serious. And I'm sitting there looking at the concept because I'm like, I've been around words too long. Because now I'm just studying people. Like, this is what y'all choosing. Y'all going over here as soon as y'all lock in, y'all locking in one person, then y'all want that person, and then the what is it? The bombshell comes through, and then they do one little kiss, and it's a whole new. Oh, I want her instead of her. I want him instead
I
of
think
him.
they're staged though, but I can't watch those
That's just
island
all
shows.
I mean, shit like that is scripted. I mean,
I
you gotta
don't believe none
realize.
of that shit, bro.
I noticed that when
So I'm just
they started doing these celebrity Johns, it was kind of like Pop the Balloon, but it's not Pop the Balloon.
20
It's
versus whatever.
almost some is a celebrity versus another celebrity, but they're kind of like dating. There's a whole bunch of women that come, or a whole bunch of men. If it's women, there's a woman celebrity. It's
That's the
almost
old
like Pop the
flavor
Balloon,
of love.
but it's a little
Like
different.
the old,
flavor of love.
old.
I'm
Remember
like,
that
this
shit?
shit all stage shit.
I knew Delicious.
And like
That girl Delicious was on there.
you know what else
Yeah,
I'm starting to notice that I think is also staged, like these situations with these celebrities. Like they say that, it'd be real, but I feel as though the majority of the shit when they turn these cameras on, it's staged, point blank, period. Like, the Krishan Rock, these DDG situations and all that shit. I feel like all that is staged. Something like
Yeah,
when I
they assign like a producer to each person, and they kind of make the scenes.
something I don't know. I'm just noticing. I'm putting two and two together, listening to a lot of shit. Like all this shit on here that we're watching, the majority of these streamers, it's hard to tell which ones are the real ones because of all this stage shit that's going on with these streamers.
that
It's
shit.
sad.
Well, it's
I
about
mean,
to
they
get
just took what
worse.
they did on TV. Normal people doing it. Now you can do it. Shit you've been seeing on TV your whole life. Now normal people can do it with the social media shit. So
Mhm.
people,
I started
this
peeping
shit
like,
gonna be real. And then you can tell when the shit get real because people be getting out alive. Like the real shit happen when shit real.
because obviously it's gonna go love shit, but shit's still scripted. My whole point. Like, what do y'all
All
think?
this gain attention. If we can grab somebody's attention, they can get the views. Buy
Yeah,
some commercials in.
that's why that shit go
Everybody
left
get
too.
paid, bro.
That should go
Yeah,
very
'cause
left
it's
too because of
entertainment.
the viewers. The viewers ask for this, and then they
And
try to keep up with the viewers.
you know the
This shit.
fucked up part is this. This the fucked up part is it's people relating to that shit. That's why they watching it. I can relate to it. That's why they be showing some ghetto ass shit. Like people can relate to that. Oh yeah, this shit happened to me yesterday. Like what?
That's why I say that I wanna go see it and pull up on the strike shit to see if it's all really real. Like, are y'all all really workers? Or like my biggest thing, like going up to this, John, is because I want to see like, yo, y'all saying that y'all got the majority of the 911 dispatchers up in this John striking, and then the judge had to sit here and put an ordering the majority of them to come in, especially the water department. I'm sitting here like, no, this cannot be real. Cause I'm like, so if people call 911, they really gonna be on hold like y'all said? I'm
No, they're
like,
gonna
this
hire
shit,
people from like India, like a phone
no, they
service
not.
place. Pick up.
No, they not. No, they not.
I'm joking.
I was like, no, she not. She not paying how many
Somebody from the
motherfuckers on
Philippines is
strike.
gonna pick up. What is your emergency?
Yo, that's what I'm over here. Like, no, see, my thing is on some real shit, right? If it's true what they're saying here on social media and on the news and all that, right? That the 911 dispatchers are also on strike. Motherfuckers, tomorrow's the 4th of July. What the fuck is going to happen? Like, how long? If somebody has a heart attack, somebody get hit by a car, somebody gets shot, so they going to die waiting for, a 911 dispatcher to get, y'all talking about getting only 200 police officers to take these dispatcher calls because the strikers are, the dispatchers
It's
are on
already
strike. I'm saying,
like
it's already out of pocket.
It's already
crazy.
bad. Yeah, because they put you on hold.
Yes.
Then they don't even come out until way late. Mm-hmm.
That's why I was like, yo, tomorrow's
you
the 4th of July. How is she going to work out? Tomorrow's
Do you
going to be the
think
4th day
AI
they
could do that
check.
job? You think
Oh shit! You know
AI
what I was listening?
dispatcher?
Eventually,
They talking about bringing in niggas. What happened?
I mean, the only thing they got to do is write an algorithm for them.
Yeah, like if
I'm
they say
serious.
this,
Like
say
once
do
they
this.
get,
Yeah,
like,
show them.
yeah, once they get an algorithm for it to, like, think about it. Now they already have where you can, when you call places, what is your discrepancy or whatever the fuck they say, and you tell them, and then they say, so that's all they really got to do is create and write a program
But
for where it can accurately pick up majority of the people's
they already
language,
thinking
the
about that.
accent and stuff. They've been working on shit
Where
like
Nate at?
that, and they putting shit into work. I mean, you see it in your everyday life how they perfecting it.
Yeah,
That's
why I
The
said where Nate at.
AI, like at the
those
fast food
systems suck.
drive, they do a pretty good job.
Nate
Those
is a part of
systems
my
used to suck, but they're a lot better now. Like the computer systems that wait on you and shit, that shit used to suck, but I mean it still sucked, but it's a lot better than what it was. So you see the advancement. When they perfect that shit, bro, they trying to find more ways to, like, companies. I'm gonna say companies, I ain't gonna say government. But companies are finding more ways to use less human. They rather pay someone to program something and it works for them versus paying somebody to do it.
Yep.
It's cheaper to maintenance a robot than to continuously pay someone.
Yep.
So
that's what I was about to say. That I was reading and looking into it, and I think I heard somebody that was working into the city saying that they're already thinking about replacing the sanitation workers. Right? I think they said they started already in New York in certain places out of the 5 boroughs. Right? They're trying to the trash cans that are robotic already, the ones that you don't need nobody to pick up the trash. It's got its own little arms. Wait, what happened?
No, I want to make sure that was blind.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to make sure that's blind before.
Yeah, it's me, bro. It's me, bro.
Okay.
They already
put it back if you want.
My bad. They already thinking about replacing a lot of the workers and a lot of people in certain places, not just here in not just in New York and stuff like that, but they thinking about bringing it to Philly. They said they already tried it in places like Los Angeles, like bigger cities and shit like that. And we've already seen the robot dogs and what is it, the waitress that are robotic and shit like that already in certain cities. So they got the dogs out in New York and in other places that are robotic and shit like that. So it's coming. It's here already. The Jetsons are here. We're the Flintstones, man. Blessings,
Oh,
Bond.
that's amazing.
Wait, is that Bond?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, you changed your name?
No, it's always New Jack City in the chat, but it's Mr. Blonde when I come on screen.
Okay.
What up, Mr. Blonde?
I just woke up, y'all. It's
Well, good
3:30 in the
morning.
morning. Yeah, in Ohio.
What up,
3:30
Good
in
man?
the
morning.
yeah morning.
Happy 4th of July.
Yep.
Oh shit, that is today.
That's mañanitas. Oh no, that's a happy birthday song. My bad.
It is the
Commander,
4th of July.
what's a good
Yeah,
morning song? In Mexican.
good morning
Estas
song.
son las mañanitas que cantaba el rey David.
Oh, that is the good morning song? Okay.
No, it's a happy birthday song,
Oh,
kinda.
see?
But
Oh,
it says morning. It says morning in the song.
Good morning. Good morning.
Gary went old school. Was that Gary or Word? Wait a minute.
That was Mr. Blonde.
That was me, yeah.
Yeah, that was the shit back in the day, bro.
I'm
I'm
like,
not
why
learning about
they
that.
voice like that?
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good
I
morning.
forgot the rest of it.
Yeah, I do too, man, for real, yeah.
Good morning. Good morning to you.
They took that shit old school. That's why I thought it was Gary. I don't even know how old Mr. Blonde is, but I know Gary is a dinosaur. No, he
Oh yeah, I'm 44.
oh, you
Oh,
closer
oh.
to word age.
What is it?
I say you closer to word age. Gary is a
Oh
damn dinosaur.
yeah, December 5th, 1980. I'm 44.
Yeah, he the
80,
beginning of the
baby.
80s baby. The last of the 70s baby. So no.
Did you grow up
Mm.
in Ohio?
Oh yeah, I've been there my whole life, bro. Word.
I would never move to Ohio.
I didn't. Yeah, believe me, I
Ohio.
didn't choose. I didn't choose it, but there's worse places I've been. Believe me, it's not that bad. Small town.
Ohio, man, man, see, I'm a backwoods boy. I'm from a little town called October, Pennsylvania, so I love Ohio. Because it
Yeah, I
reminds me of
would.
home.
Yeah, we right
Like,
next door. Yeah.
He said I'm
I
back.
gotta go up north to get that vibe in Michigan. You know, I live in a nice little subdivision, like it's not even a subdivision, but nice little neighborhood or whatever. But
Too many like crime stories
the
come out
first,
of Ohio.
Ah, I mean, it depends. I'm in the mid. I'm close to everything. I'm only like an hour and a half south of Columbus. I'm not far from Columbus or Athens, Ohio, where OU University is. I'm not far from that. So it's not bad.
I wouldn't move to Florida either.
I ain't moving to Florida. It's something in that water, but I ain't moving to New York. That's
Yeah.
too wild, crazy.
Bert
I ain't
Kreischer
moving
came
to.
from Florida, bro. You don't want no part of Florida.
Yeah, I mean, if I move out of the state, it'll probably be to Ohio. I'm straight other than that, man.
Cost of living's
I might
cheap
move
here,
back
man.
home. Yeah, it is. That's what I said. And you get a bang for your buck, man. I used to
Oh yeah.
when I did real estate, we had a couple people I used to work with in Ohio, man, and they had some big, beautiful ass houses, very cheap. Like, goddamn, Ohio, West Virginia, like places like that, man.
Oh yeah,
Get a
West
big, beautiful
Virginia.
house. Here in
Yeah.
The
Michigan, you can too, though.
yeah, Michigan you can, like where I'm at, you can rent a 3 bedroom house here for like $650 a month.
Oh shit, three
Wow.
bedroom house here, unless you in the hood. Even shit, even in the hood, I've seen some 2 bedroom houses go for
No, I'm not in
1200.
the hood. I'm in the country.
No, I'm saying like even in the hood of Michigan. I mean, 2, 3 bedroom house, that shit gonna cost you.
Oh yeah. There's
Yeah, but the cost of living in
it's
Ohio, I think it makes it sufficient.
I know a guy in
it's
Ohio and his goat lives inside the house with him.
there's a goat farm up the road from me. I swear to God. I
And
swear to
he lives
God.
like there's like Amish people near him.
There's Amish everywhere here. I passed a horse and buggy a couple days ago.
See?
around Pennsylvania be like if you live like you said, you know, you live in a small town, you live in an area like that, like it ain't isolated, but
I'm not
No,
sharing my bathtub with the goat.
no, you ain't got to do all that. Yeah, I'll tell you what though, if you have a goat, you don't have to buy a fucking lawnmower. You just let that motherfucker out in the yard.
Nice.
You don't have to cut the grass again.
It's like a program where they have goats, and they like the goats do the instead of paying someone, they have them eat all the grass,
Yeah,
like
but
where
it,
all
what?
the
Yeah,
like the electrical line, like all those little areas that are like grassy areas where the electrical lines are. They got
yeah.
goats eating all that.
But when they run out of grass, they'll start eating everything else. They'll eat the fucking
No, they
house.
move them. It's like they just bring the goats to eat the grass, and then they pick them up and they move them to like another spot.
Yeah, they will. They'll eat. They'll eat the hell out of some grass. They will. Listen, I grew up here. I'm about as far from a country boy as you can get. I mean, I grew up around it. I mean, it's part of my life, but I'm not into. I'm more of a city guy. I've always been a city guy. My family just happens to be here, so
I hate
Yeah,
the
it's
city.
good.
I hate cities. Shit moves
it's
too fast.
nah. I got time, man. It's my parents are
Or
older. They don't have anybody else to take care of them, so it is what it is.
Yo, word.
huh?
Yep.
Have you ever seen immigrants, like a courthouse full of immigrants?
I've
Nah.
seen a library full of immigrants.
Okay, well, I'm a little lost. I'm looking in a video, right? And ICE is like, yo, they really emptying a courthouse. New York City courthouse emptied. ICE deports entire building in minutes.
Well, I know that
Mm.
when they're going to their court appointments, like they have court appointments, they're taking them from there.
Oh
Oh,
shit! What the hell is going
Like they have
on?
their
This is crazy.
because they're supposed to have their day in court, and
So
then they're
they
just
emptied out the whole court building and
Hey,
deporting them.
started arresting people. That
Yeah, and
shit
then the people are
crazy.
crying. You see the wives crying and the kids crying that have papers because they're
What
like
the
taking
hell?
away their
hey,
mom or yeah.
I gotta see if I can
Why?
find this Facebook post, but you know, I live out like in the suburbs of Detroit, and out here, like I remember the other day when my wife went to work, it was like ICE was down the street, you know, and then I don't usually go on Facebook, but it's this doctor I used to work with. It was like she was at a park with her kid, and she's Middle Eastern, and she was like, "We spotted ICE," and it was literally ICE agents. It was like three ICE agents on an ice cream truck. That shit was so fucking funny, and it was
whoa.
real. Like they stopped and got ice cream. They was just talking to people. She said they wasn't, you know, they was cool. They was, you know, this they were patrolling or whatever, or looking for somebody, but they was like talking to the people
Hmm.
like they was regular cops, but they was like just agents.
Mm. Hey, is my sound all right? I ain't got those like burps, do I?
No,
No,
Those
you
you
sound
audio,
fine.
sound, you
those
sound
sound fine. All right, these headphones are the shit. Yeah, good.
What up, Rudy?
Oh shit.
You guys, did you guys see the girl that she got detained and she was gonna get deported, but they ended up she's like in college. She's never lived in the country that she came from. Like I guess they brought her when she was like a little kid. Did you guys see
Mm-mm.
that story?
I don't watch the news.
Okay, well, they ended up releasing her and they're allowing her to stay because the police officer that pulled her over, it was like um it was a different he pulled over the wrong person basically. She was driving a truck that was similar to the other truck that was supposed to be pulled over. Like she had no infraction. So they released her. She
Hmm.
didn't get deported. I thought that was wild, but I feel like they'll probably pick her up later and deport her.
Well, did you
and if her paperwork is right, I don't see.
Well,
I
say
don't
she's
that?
know.
she's illegal
Oh,
because like her parents brought her here when she was little, and so she never got her papers straight.
Did you guys see that Michael Madsen died today?
Who's that?
Who?
That's where I get my name from the movie Reservoir Dogs, Mr. Blonde.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
He was in Kill Bill, Volume 1, Volume 2. He played Kill Bill. He played Bill's brother. He was in the movie
oh,
Free Willy, like back in the day. Michael Madsen, he's a real famous actor. He died today, man.
did not know that.
Yeah, he was awesome, dude. It's sad. It's a waste.
Yeah, how old was he?
He was up there. He was probably like seven. I mean, not up there, but like he was probably 70, 60 something, 70. And
Yeah, he's a cool dude. I like that
yeah,
dude.
he just did a podcast like a month ago and I watched it. And I don't even know what happened to him, but he died today. He died, or yesterday would have been. But yeah, the movie Reservoir Dogs,
Brasco.
Yeah.
And he was in Species, Donnie Brasco.
Yeah.
That's 848. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember him there. Once
he
upon a
played
time.
Sonny Black in Donnie Brasco. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Species. I remember him from that.
Yeah, he's been
Sun
in a bunch of
City.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was great in Kill Bill Volume 2.
Killing Jar. I remember that movie.
Ryder.
Blood Rain.
Jerry said goodnight in the back chat, and he put a little dinosaur.
Oh, night, bro.
You want to bet?
Yeah, that's about good time.
Oh, Gary was
Night,
asleep.
bro. Good night,
Yeah.
sweetheart.
But he put a dinosaur.
Nuh-uh.
He put a dinosaur emoji.
Oh, gee, this is the dumbest influencer ever. An illegal influencer deported after flaunting benefits and calling the USA what?
Who is it? Bonnie Blue?
Stupid.
Dude.
Oh, they got a video. He is. Oh shit, he got on video and called the USA stupid. Yep, he did. What the fuck?
Did you guys see the debate between Bonnie Blue and Andrew Tate? Did you see that shit? Did anybody else see it? It's ridiculous. It's like ridiculously stupid. It's worth watching just for how stupid it is.
What was they debating?
It's there's a British guy named Rob Moore. That's the name of his YouTube channel. It's the Rob Moore YouTube channel, and he had Bonnie Blue on one side of the couch and Andrew Tate on the other, and he was in the middle. And they just went in on each other for like all the horror shit that she's doing and all the buck wild shit he's doing, and it's I don't know. It's like a 2-hour.
Wait, what? What?
Yeah.
Buck Wild? What is he doing that's Buck Wild? Andrew?
Yeah. Oh, he's buck wild, man. He's crazy. Andrew Tate.
I think. I mean, he says some wild things, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying
he's pretty cool. I like him.
Yeah, I don't disagree with he's just a wild boy. You know what I mean? He's just a wild boy. But like he was going in on her, she was going in on him, and it's an interesting listen if you're into that. Like it was a pretty wild little debate.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard people say, "Oh, that he just says things for shock value."
Yeah, I think he knows what he's doing. I mean, I think he absolutely knows how to get, followers, and he knows what he's doing. Yeah.
This is Bonnie Blue.
Yeah, that girl that slept with like 1,000 people in one day.
She's like from the UK, right?
Yeah. She's British. Yeah.
I saw. I don't know much about her, but I saw the part where she started crying when the guy asked her, I think, how does it feel or something? I don't know, but she started crying. I'm like, bro, why is she doing that if it's making her cry? For money and clout?
Yeah, that was a different thing, I think. Like I said, you have to look up the Rob Moore, Bonnie Blue, Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
You have to watch that.
No, I haven't seen the new one, but when I first saw about her, I was like, at that point she hadn't slept with 1,000 men yet. She had only slept with 100. That one time when the guy was interviewing her.
Oh no, that's two different people. So the girl, okay,
oh, is it?
Yeah, there's two. Okay, this is what the problem is. So there's two British girls. The one girl, Bonnie Blue, slept with 100 or 1,000 people, like legitimately, and the other girl that you're talking about, kind of like rode off of her coattails. They were friends, and she slept with 100 dudes, and she got interviewed, and she was crying and saying that the lifestyle Yeah. They're two
Yeah.
different chicks. Yeah, I know exactly
Okay,
what you're
okay.
talking about. Yeah. If you
She
want to
said
see,
she was gonna do 1,000. Like that was her next. She was gonna move it up, and it was like within 24 hours.
1,057 men.
yeah, 1,024 hours. If you want to see what Bonnie Blue looks
One
like,
I
like,
remember I
1,000
calculated. I timed it, and I was like,
1,057
bleh.
1,057 men in a single day.
yeah, it was like each man only got like I forget how many. It was like a minute or something to
Yeah.
yeah. It was something nuts
I
like that.
calculated it was like no more than 2 minutes. It was like less than 60 seconds or something. I don't know. It's
Yes,
disgusting.
but if you want to see
Disgusting.
what she looks like when you look up the Rob Moore podcast, you'll see that Bonnie Blue looks different than the girl that you're talking about that was interviewing and
Yeah.
crying. Yeah, they're different looking. Yeah.
I mean, I would ask her like, "Is your coochie sore? Like what? Like what?"
Like she says some of the most inappropriate shit as far as I'm concerned. Like a female can do whatever they want to do. I can't control anybody, but to hear like nobody has any reserve anymore. They just the way she talks, some of the shit she says on this debate, it just makes you want to just cringe a little bit.
I don't know. I just feel like her vajayjay would just like fall apart. I don't know. It's gross.
Yeah, she's talking about sitting on the couch doing this debate with Andrew Tate, and she's talking about being wet on the couch. Like she's saying some wild
Wow.
shit. Wild shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
interesting. It's interesting to watch. I mean, like I said, just for the simple fact that that's where we're at as a country. Like that's what we're doing now. We're
I
interviewing
hope
this.
girls
Yeah,
don't look up to her. Like
I
I really
know,
hope
right?
girls don't even
They
get the
interviewed
idea.
they interviewed her mother because they interviewed Bonnie Blue's mother after she slept with 1,000 dudes, and they were asking her what she thought of her daughter's OnlyFans page and all this stuff. And her mother was like, "Oh, I think it's fine. I get to take awesome trips and I get to have really nice handbags." She's basically saying that she's fine with her daughter
Oh, that's
balling all
great.
these. Yeah,
She's like
she
pimping her daughter.
pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Mm.
Wait till
That's
you
not a
hear
good
it.
mom.
Go watch it and wait until you see what Andrew Tate says to her. Like, just I'm just telling you, it's you just go watch.
Couldn't have a conversation with nobody like that. I have no respect for you.
Yeah, it's
So there's not too much you can say to me without me saying you a hoe or something like that. Hey,
well, I
come
mean,
on, I don't take you serious.
you'd never know if you were getting the real person. Like, there has to be a real person in there somewhere. But she's created this persona and done this thing that she's famous for. And if you were talking to her, especially on camera, you would know who you're getting. You know what I mean?
What if
If
all
I
the
was,
dudes were
if some,
AI? She did
Mm,
1,000
what
AI
if all,
dudes. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah,
What if it's fake? Do you think it's real?
yeah. Oh
Sorry,
yeah,
word. I
they show.
interrupted you.
Yeah, it was on her OnlyFans page until it got I think it got taken down. Like that was one of the only times OnlyFans intervened and actually took a video down. There were like videos of the guys lined up in a hallway, like going in the room one right after another. Like it was fucked. Yeah, she did it.
like,
Uh,
even the guys who participated in that, like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with y'all, bro?
Well,
exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
their age ranges were all over the place. There were dudes there that were like from the age of 18 all the way up to I think they said like 50 or something like that. It was all over the
Unscrupulous.
place. Yeah, it was
Unscrupulous.
nasty. It was nasty, bro.
I'm sure they
I'm
all got
saying either,
tested though before they started.
I
bro,
don't know. I think she just made them all wear condoms. Actually, they talked about it on the interview.
Oh hell no.
like that shit, bro. I mean, even the guys, I don't respect no party in that shit. Like, all y'all fucking
Yeah,
kids,
I
bro.
mean, nobody's ever going to marry that chick. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't never getting a husband. It ain't happening.
And if you do shit, you gonna be, I don't know, mentally disabled.
Yeah, for real.
Gotta be. I'm just being real. We'll be mentally disabled, but it's some dude. It's what's they call? There's a whole
Like a simp.
um. Nah, it's some truck hold or something like that. Truck something. I don't know what they
And
call it.
you talking about
It
an
goes like
incel?
I don't. It's like the dudes who get off on watching other dudes bang their girl and shit like
Oh, a
that.
cuck. You
I
talking
don't
about a
know.
cuck?
Oh,
Yeah,
like a
I don't
voyeur,
know.
Yeah, like a voyeur or a
like
cuck. Yeah,
voyeurism.
I don't know what that shit called because I ain't down with that shit. But
No,
they
but
got a whole category of people like that.
It's
Like,
voyeurism. People who
man,
like to watch.
yeah.
bro, it's so many weird looking people out here in the world,
You,
bro.
Well,
I don't
Those are
really
like
want
the
to know
peeping
nobody personal
toms.
shit.
yeah, nothing's taboo anymore, man. It's all out there. Like there's, like I said,
Hmm.
nobody has any couth anymore. That word, you don't hear that word very
Yeah,
often. Nobody has any
yeah,
couth,
bro.
bro.
But
Uh,
I've heard the word so long,
yeah,
but
nobody's got
that's
any more
funny,
couth.
bro.
Yeah, it's
Bro,
wild.
it's like people be like, I don't be like it. I've never even. I remember I used to like when I used to go to work and shit. Like people come in and start talking about. I'm like, I ain't about to sit around a bunch of dudes talk about sex. I don't care what you did with your thing. What the fuck I want to talk about that shit? Man, I had this girl last night. I don't hear none of that shit. What you
Yeah,
do with
no,
fun?
yeah,
People
no.
telling me. I remember this one dude. I'm like, I don't know why y'all be telling him about y'all girls. 'Cause as soon as you tell him about your girls, he go try to hit. He always do that, and y'all get mad when he do it. But that's just who he is. Like we
Yeah.
had this one homeboy. He used to walk around with this little bag, right? And one day we found out it was like condoms and lubricant and shit. Like, what the fuck? Man, he be going around fucking everybody girl, bro. So he be ready. Bro. And he was a pretty boy too. And he had a
Uh,
Corvette. So I mean it
uh,
wasn't hard. You know what I'm saying?
right.
It wasn't really
Yeah, yeah,
hard.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you go around like, oh man, my girl was doing this trick. Next thing you know, he got her on camera. I remember this one dude. And he was like a pretty boy. He couldn't fight or nothing like that. But he can
Mm,
put I mean there's one dude we used to hang out with, man. We was all at the bar. It was like six of us at the bar. He left. Him and the dude was getting into it like the whole week at work. We all worked together, 6 people, right? We all worked
mm.
together. So he left the bar, and then 20 minutes later, he texted everybody in the group except for that one dude, right? He texted a clip of him beating some cheeks. I'm like,
No.
bro, why is it? And so we all like, man, what the
No.
fuck is he sending us this shit for? He the only one that get it. And when we
Mm.
showed him, he was like, man, that's my girl. I'm getting 15. He was like, oh, shit.
Oh no.
Like,
Mm.
bro, fucking
Oh,
girl while we
pe-
all sitting at the bar. Like, oh shit, bro. Like,
people are
Like
come
something's
on,
wrong with
nasty.
bro.
him.
People are
Oh
nasty,
yeah,
bro. Yeah,
yeah, bro. That's what's up. He got off on banging other people, girls, bro. That's just
yeah.
how he was, bro.
Dude, chivalry's dead, man. I'm very old school, man. Some of this shit's just a little much. It's a little much for me.
Yeah, man. We don't mess with
Yeah.
nobody, girl, bro.
No, I wasn't raised that way, like I said, but I'm from a different generation. I don't these 20-year-old
Yeah.
kids are on they're on some different shit.
Okay, but like, okay, so you say you weren't raised that way. So who's raising these people?
They
Like the people
exactly
that were raised like you, or
no,
who's
Probably
who?
raising
Like,
themselves.
no,
Mhm.
these what's happening is these people are like these 20-year-old kids have parents that aren't much older than them. Like it's, my parents were I don't know. I think my mom was maybe 26 or something like that when she had me. She wasn't 18 like a lot of these parents and stuff are now. Which, I mean, listen, there's an exception to every rule. I'm not saying you can't be 18 and have a child and be a good mother, but this whole new millennial whatever generation, they've got no morals or values. They've got no one teaching them how to.
That's what it is. Yep.
It's all online, bro. It's everything from Instagram to TikTok, and that's where they get all their information. Like no one's teaching them how to be a man or how to be a woman. They just get everything online. That phone is their everything.
And that's what I wanted to add to what he was saying. What he was saying, people like who raised him was older. Yeah,
Yeah.
people raising is the older people had established morals and values, so you growing up with those. But a lot of times when somebody is raising a kid and they don't have them themselves or they don't know how to teach them, then or I mean, kids mimic what we do. My
Well,
son hold open doors for women because he see me doing. So
yeah, but
I
I'll give
mean,
you a perfect example. There's like I said, I live in a small town, right? We have a tanning salon here, right? Like a tanning bed, like where people go to the tanning bed. And nobody works there but like teenage people, right? It's all teenage girls that run this tanning salon. The manager of this place is 18 years old. That's how old the manager is of this tanning salon. She got pregnant 5 months ago, I do believe. She's 18 and she's going to keep the kid. She's still in high school. Like that's become the norm now. Like these young girls have kids, and then the grandparents raise the kid while the kid still goes to school. Like it's just a different that it wasn't that way when I was growing up. Everything's different. It just doesn't make any
That's kind of
sense
how I
to
grew up.
yeah, it
That's
just
my
doesn't make any
grandparents
sense.
raised me. But that, I mean, for me, it worked. I mean, I mean, it don't make sense. It ain't how it's supposed to be. But
Right.
it's better for them I just like with my experience, I had a better chance of becoming who I am now because my grandmother raised me.
Sure,
But
sure.
sometimes you see the adverse side of that when the grandparents are too old and the kids are out of control. You know, they're
Well,
running over the grandparents. So
as a
that shit can work
society
either
though,
way.
we've
Yeah,
we've become desensitized to everything because of the internet. So
yeah,
like as a society, these girls get pregnant at 14, 15 now, and they're going to high school pregnant. Like I did, there was no one. If you were pregnant when I was
yeah,
in high school, you were like an outcast. Like you were shunned almost
yeah,
because that was like something that you weren't supposed to do. And then now
yeah.
it's commonplace now.
Acceptable. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that's what
that
I'm
was
saying. Like
acceptable.
it's like you legit just gave up a big chunk of your life. Like how are you going to go to college? How are you
Hmm.
going to do any of this shit if you're 18 and you decide to get pregnant and keep the child? I'm not saying you can't do it. I mean, people do it, but it doesn't make it easier.
No, no,
So,
it is definitely harder. I mean,
yeah.
but it get done. But then you got to deal with probability. It becomes common. You gonna have good and bad coming from that. So the more common it is, the more probability is
Yeah,
involved. But when it ain't as common, then the probability lessens. So
true.
I mean, so it's
It's
just
just wild, bro. It's just wild the way things
yeah.
are now. That's all I'm saying.
Mm.
Yeah,
No, I agree.
it's
I
yeah.
agree because, like I said, if you get kids raising kids,
Yeah,
and the parent hasn't yet developed the virtues, the morality, how they gonna teach it to their offspring?
right.
You'll need
And
somebody
they're
else to teach it to them. But they're gonna be
well,
watching what you do. So if you still acting like a kid and they grow up seeing that shit, they're gonna create a behavior, and you're gonna
well,
start
and
seeing patterns, and that's what happens. Bro.
I feel like my parents maybe still were able to keep like maybe shelter me from some things or something like that because the internet didn't exist. You know, my generation's the last generation that'll ever remember what it was like to have no internet, which is a wild thing to say
Yeah.
out loud. But any generation from now going forward, everybody from now going forward will always have internet. They'll have Wi-Fi, they'll have whatever. Back in the 90s, like I remember before there was dial-up, like we didn't have internet. So you could shelter people from some things. You could kind of keep them from some things for a certain amount of time, stuff like that. But now, I mean, everybody's got a phone in their hand. These kids, they have access to everything at the age of 13, 14. Like it's nuts.
Yeah. But bro, these birds are chirping out here. I gotta get my ass up. I got a big day tomorrow. I appreciate y'all
Oh,
coming
Good
through,
night,
rocking out with
everyone.
me, bro. I really do. Y'all kept me up.
Buenas noches.
Got a lot of this stuff that I still gotta clean top of the refrigerator though. My wife's gonna be mad.
Hey, what's
Pick it
up?
up.
Carney's in the chat. I just saw him right
oh,
now.
What up, Carney?
What up, Carney?
Blessings, Carney.
All right,
But
we out.
yeah, I'll
Good night,
try to come
Nine.
back on. Good night. I'll
Nice
try to
talking to
come
you,
back
Mr.
on
Blonde.
sometime this
oh
weekend.
yeah. Hey, I'll see you guys
Riders,
later, man.
Word, Gary.
Always a good conversation with Mr. Bond. But yeah, I'll wrap with y'all. Hopefully I'll be on sometime this weekend, but if not, then I'll catch y'all Tuesday. I know I ain't gonna be on Monday. But
Mm.
y'all know what I always say, man. Care about how you feel. These are conversations to build nations. And if we say anything that resonated with you, do me a favor, hit that share button, tell somebody, help me spread the word. But until next time, we out.
And do it for the nine.
What up, Nine?
Acknowledge me!
They've been telling y'all love, and I came to tell y'all right. The way
way you feel influences the way you think, and the way you think dictates the actions you take.
You there, sitting at home, acknowledge me.
When I move, is it a quick rumble? I will never ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down walls like Jericho crumble.